Welcome to the 6th episode of the Achtung, Cthulhu RPG Real Play Sessions. I'm Rob the Keeper. In this game we have Dave, the English captain named Benny Moore, and Jack playing Jeffrey Lee Sawyer, a talkative southern U.S. antiquarian. And now on to Dave's recap of the previous session. So, another adventure. Dave, please, recap us. What happened last time?
Okay, what happened last time? Okay. We were in a train station, waiting to go to Vienna. I know this because Rob mentioned Vienna. I believe we saw like a weird guy, and we're like, oh, that's weird, but we got on the train anyways. And then immediately we knew something was wrong, because... Why did we know something was wrong?
Because they just started describing your train ride, maybe?
Yeah, maybe, or there was like...
like, Rob would describe this if something wasn't important.
Didn't the bartender and like the server all look like the same person?
Yep.
Yeah. We missed a few spot checks, so that prolonged things. Right? Yeah, right in the room. We noticed we couldn't get in some doors. We were like, hey, this is weird, so we travel on the train. Last train headed nowhere. I don't know where else I was going with this. Killed some things. Stopped the train that was in limbo.
You time traveled?
Yeah, we time traveled. We went to see some hobos. We were nice to them. They were from the 70s or 60s.
It was 60s, yeah.
And then I think from there we traveled back in time till we met a bunch of Cthulhu-esque creatures sucking the life from these things. So we shot them, and then we moved to another train. We shot some more things. Then moved to the head of the train, and we shot some blob thing controlling the levers, I think. And that's what we did. And the train stopped in Vienna, right?
But did it really happen? Well, then what happened in Vienna, Dave?
Okay. So in Vienna, we went to meet my ex-girlfriend, slut, who broke my heart, and I pretended not to care, but deep down I think I care a little too much. And then, what were we even there for? She knew somebody that did something.
Her new fiancé was killed.
Fiancé was killed. Thank you.
And you had to find his journal, because it had some important information.
Okay, which ended up being like in the park, which we dug up in the day, and then the guy that we should have killed back at this guy's club or whatever, comes after us, and epic betrayal by our buddy. What's his name?
His name was Bernard.
Right, Bernard the Betrayer. Decided not to do his job the one time we needed him to do his job, and he was killed for it. And then I killed everyone else, and that was the story. That's basically what happened.
His name was the guy who tried to kill you. His name was Fuchs.
Fuchs? Yeah, I shot him in the head, and then my ex-girlfriend hugged me for it.
Because he's the one who killed her fiance.
Yeah.
And then you got word to go from one of the agents from Section M in Rome. You got a message saying something bad was happening in Rome. To go there.
We need to sort out the sausage at the butcher shop.
And there was also an issue with, I think in the journal too, said there was something to do with Rome. Go to Rome.
Yes, my journal. I wish I could go to Rome.
So as we left, you were getting on the train to Rome. Another train ride. I'm going to make you guys trainophobic by the end of this. On the train, Jack.
The monkeys already did that to me.
Jack, you've been able to research the journal more. Roll your German.
German?
Yep.
Okay. My German is very spotty at best. It turns out I was learning Czechoslovakian the whole time.
That's true. But you did learn a little bit of German.
I know a little German.
Okay. I have a little German.
So I gotta get under 5%.
Yep.
That is a tall order.
Well, maybe.
43.
Okay.
I failed to get under 5%.
You did not get under 43, or 5%, but you did be able to learn this much. You can read it out from the journal. It might clear up some things you guys were confused about in the last adventure.
Okay, so everything.
Pretty much.
Okay, so I'm going to read this aloud for the listening audience and for your listening pleasure. Elrichmann's Journal. Before World War I, Deutsch Orientalgesellschaft.
That's why I made him read it.
Dog.
Remember dog? You guys look for the dog archives? That's what dog is.
found a Rosetta Stone-like stone tablet, and I'm doing air quotes for those at home, called the Black Stone, which helped translate hieroglyphs to Atlantean script. Okay. Dogs started to dig in...
Dogs started to dig? They didn't realize it was pretty fun.
You just got it now, your own joke?
It wasn't a joke.
Your own subconscious joke?
Yeah, it's a subconscious joke. It was a pun.
Yeah,
keep going.
A subconscious pun?
That's right.
Okay.
They are archaeologists, so they do dig.
I just got back from the Transformers convention, and boy, are my arms tires.
Okay. So, yes, apparently as I'm speaking to you on the train, some locals like, yeah, you do hear that. This is a dog dig. The little Dawson dog. I get it. Okay.
I don't know why Dutchman's on the stream, but...
Now he's
I thought he was
Dutch.
German.
Yeah, he was Austrian at the very least.
Made me think, do German shepherds, or do Germans call German shepherds just shepherds? Like,
my voice, the way I just did that, took him to a place of questioning.
A fantasy.
I'm actually hot in here today.
It's just your anger.
You're telling us.
It's just your anger. Okay. Okay, everyone on the train, please.
Shut it down.
I'm trying to speak.
Trying to read here.
Okay.
Oh, my Asian friend died. So young.
I think Benny Morris had a stroke.
I heard 2 good puns on the radio, and that was it. So that's all. I'm done.
You done?
Okay.
So young is pretty fine. Come on. Maybe the timing was off.
It was. Was it ever on is the real question. Okay. Ehrlichman trained under one of the ex-dog members and became interested in his mentor's stories of the runes on the Black Stone. Found evidence of Rome being of Atlantean descent. Blackstone lists in riddle and metaphor the location of 5 civilizations across the globe established by survivors of Atlantis. Each place has an artifact from Atlantis. Found research by German named Dr. Ernst Schaefer about the Book of the Machine. This book... Little schnitzel coming up on you?
All that coffee.
I had some meatloaf 3 days ago, and it's not going down without a fight.
3 days ago?
Here's my mom's meatloaf.
Yeah. They just put lettuce in it.
I don't... She probably did. Like, again, it was, yeah.
Okay.
I'll have to edit all these jokes or put in the whole phone conversation in.
Lettuce will be rearing its ugly head.
Many times.
Oh,
yeah, I get that too, yeah.
I got that one.
And you keep saying Roman.
Oh, man, funny.
It's a Roman. Romaine.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So blah 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 nothing. Oh, artifacts described as Ehrlichman's of glass and precious metals. Keep that in mind. And needless to say, the Nazis want this machine. Notes on Rome. Is that also something?
You didn't say the name of the machine.
I am to read it loud. Yeah, because I was just looking at it.
Okay, as long as you remember it.
Are you going to put this, burn it in the candle?
It'll be a test. No, that's yours. That's in the book, so I don't care.
Yeah, okay. I can reread that at any time.
Yep.
About Tibetan monks. And so there's a lot here. Notes on Rome. Now, is that also something that I've researched, or is that
that's in the book,
second part of the...
Okay. No, that's in the book.
Notes on Rome. Rome, one of the 5 civilizations, as we learned up above, some Atlantis expats created Rome. Contains description and sketch of a strange pyramid that is much taller and less squat than the Egyptian type. Besides sketch of pyramids is words Cestius or Remus, Porto San Paulo, or Lost White Tomb of Romulus, Borgo, Vatican. Nubian, not traditional Egyptian.
Those are all things written beside that. It's just not random words Jack's saying.
No, so someone obviously had a train of thought that they didn't elaborate too much on.
Ehrlichman.
And last but not least, also has brief discourse on what pyramids represent, including World Tree, the Axis Mundi, the link between heaven and earth, and the drawing of St. Peter's Square and its obelisk.
So there you go. That's what you've discovered in the journal so far as you've researched on the train to Rome.
Fantastic. And next time, all I ask is that you actually create a small replica of this journal, for which, just for the...
You can flick through?
Yeah, for the immersion factor.
Oh, you do get a check mark on your German.
A German. I'll take it.
So you'll
I didn't succeed in a check, but
you got under 50%. So.
Oh,
you did, right? You got 40-something. Okay.
Oh, Deutsch Oberschulstaft. The dog journal's got it.
You gave him your notes on it, so now he's reading third-hand notes.
I'm just...
Yeah. So you guys arrive in Rome on train, in Rome, at the train station. As you depart the train, there's a lot of activity, a lot of black shirts around. They're the fascists of
Mussolini.
Italy, yeah. And they've been in power for a lot longer than even the Nazis. And you do see newspapers, though. And on the newspapers, in Italian, but you get the gist, is that it seems the war has started while you're on the train in your travels. So, war is officially begun.
Okay, well...
You knew it was on the horizon, but it's actually happened now. And there are a lot of black shirts around patrolling. So you do have that, from your training, when you were trained up as agents, you do know that there is a local store that the agents of Rome work out of for the Section M. And that's pretty much your only lead right now in Rome.
So since we are now enemies, well, you are, I'm still neutral, nationality-wise. Let's not dally. Let's make our way there. We will try not to look suspicious.
You are dressed as Viennese. Remember, you're wearing your hunting clothes or whatever?
Yeah, so but still, I don't think at any point we should just have a discourse with anyone about why the trains aren't on time or...
Start yelling loudly in American. Like, once again, you're right, though. Americans are still neutral. Just don't... Your British accent, just try to...
Yeah. Just talk with their hands a lot, and I think it'll get us by.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of an American accent, but I can't get one. Barbecue ribs.
Practice your American, yeah.
I was thinking more like you should try an Italian accent, but...
That American might be slightly easier for him.
Okay.
The note from your operative was from Lucrezia. Lucrezia. There's no N. Lucrezia, suggesting something happened to her compatriot, Pasquino. Those are code names, obviously.
Yeah, no one names their kid Pasquino.
Or Lucrezia it's an old type name anyways. They operate out of a shop that sells art supplies and stationery. Ooh. And in the general direction, enough of Rome where you can get in the general direction. You might have to ask directions or you know what area it's in at least, so you can ask how to get to that area, and then from there, probably find it. Okay. Or you could do something else. It's up to you guys.
No, I think
so too, because we don't even have any place to stay yet. So,
and having recently tried to sleep on a train, we know that it isn't possible. So,
right.
Yeah,
you were busy reading, anyways.
Yes. We'll head directly to the
shop.
The shop. Time is of the essence.
Okay, you get there, and it's on a quiet road, just like the cafe in Vienna, which was the outlet for them. This is, once again, they kind of keep it out of the main streets as their meeting places. And you do find the shop, and it has a large wooden oak leaf above the door with the name of the shop called Carlaveros. Carlaveros? Yeah.
You did write this, right?
No.
Oh, you printed this from the...
Well, I wrote it down, but yeah. And the sign is hanging askew, and the name has been attempted to be painted out, though.
Oh.
You guys gonna approach?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll let you do the talking. Just by chance, this isn't exactly what we think it is.
It's not, and since you are the killing machine of the group, you're probably going to have to,
You know what? I'll watch your back.
Yeah,
I'll do this crazy thing. I'll actually watch your back.
Are you not going up with him then?
Well, I'm going to go with him, but I'm going to let him do the talking. And
Isn't that what happened with Bernard? He went with you and tried to watch your back. And he got choked just like the rest of you. Nobody else noticed.
I said you Bernard apologist.
Anyway.
Everyone here knows what he should have did.
The shop is closed, and the front on the has a noticed, and it's in Italian, but you can work out that's anti-fascist police, and you can get the words like political undesirables, so you get the idea from Italian, you know.
Okay.
It's close enough that you're like, ooh, okay, they must have found them out. And the pane of glass on the door has been smashed and replaced with wood boards. And, what are you guys going to do?
The door's locked?
Yeah, I think we will try and gain entrance. I think it's paramount that if they just routed them out, but didn't know what they're looking for inside.
Look carefully enough. Didn't move the statue and the false wall appeared.
Yeah.
Reading my notes?
So we will attempt to try the door handle, and
it is locked, but once again, it is just boards. So you can pry off some boards and get in through the broken window if you wanted to.
Well, I'm happy to do that. The last time we did something in broad daylight, the buddy I had to shoot and said,
Fuchs?
Fuchs, yeah, Fuchs.
Why did you just trail off? That buddy I shot in the head.
Because I had no idea what his name was, and I realized it was...
his name is Fuchs.
Fuchs. Jonathan Fuchs from 4-Foot Snake.
No. But he shot him in the head.
His brother.
And, you're going to look around, see if anybody's watching or anything?
Yeah, well, if you don't mind, if anyone's tearing things off a building, it's probably me.
Yeah. So I will then watch your back. While you're doing that,
idea. Thank you for watching my back. Thank you for doing your
job. With my eyes peeled, where I'm told to be.
Okay, roll a spot hidden check.
Oh, God.
That's for being cocky.
Never made one of these before, and I'll never make one again. Okay, where is the old...
25% or something like that?
Where's the old spooge hidden?
It's under S for spot.
Spot... Spotter, 26% chance. 26. I failed.
Okay. Only by 40.
Okay. Are you going to pass the doors?
Yeah, but briefly, what this game needs is like what Fallout 4 needs. Like when you find spectacles, it goes, oh, perception +1. See, we should get little look, I put on a pair of socks. Running +5.
No. Maybe you should learn to look better.
I'm an old man. My eyes probably not.
Yeah. So you got my back. The way's clear, right?
I don't see a thing. It's clear as a...
Well, I have no choice but to try to... so what? Can I just try to get in the door? Like, I'm pretty early there. Can I just go like...
Like break the door instead of prying one off?
Well, what do I think would be better? Like, what do I think would be better?
You can do whatever you want. There's windows. You could bust in a window if you wanted to. You could kick in the door if you wanted to. Door does open outwards. Kicking in might be a little hard, but
yeah.
You could kick through the boards pretty easily. You could pry off the boards pretty easily. You could try to break the lock quietly if you want to try that.
I think that's probably what I would want to try.
Okay, roll your strength. Or just roll 100. Deal 100. And your strength's really high, isn't it?
16.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
69.
69!
69.
Little.
You try to break break the lock, but you can't. You're like, it's pretty solid.
Okay. Well,
these spies must have reinforced their locks.
Then I guess I'll have to go with boards.
Okay. You could just pry off one board and then reach in and lock it.
That's a smart idea.
I know you're smart enough to know that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to make a big commotion here. I already learned my lesson in the park.
Okay, yeah, that's easy enough. You don't have to roll for that. You just pop off one of the nails and it's good. Okay, you gain entrance. Are you going into?
Yes.
So
once the door's open, I will follow. I'll take one more.
Just out of curiosity, I'm assuming that I have all my equipment, or at least some of it.
You had everything, yeah. You still have. You never got rid of it.
Okay. Just as I'm closing the door behind us, I'm going to give one last look around.
Okay, roll. I just like making Jack try to roll these guys.
84.
As quiet as a dormouse out there.
No, didn't you see? But you got a little dust in your eye. Made it actually work.
You didn't fail it. You didn't creep the film. Inside has been ransacked. Paint, notebooks, sketch pads, and other artist equipments are scattered about. Yeah. It's been thoroughly searched, but you can, both of you roll a spot hidden.
Oh, God.
This time it's pretty easy, so just...
53.
What's double your spot hidden?
44, I got it.
What's your? I think you just missed it, didn't you?
I missed it.
By 1. Double your 26?
26.
52, right?
Yeah.
You missed it by 1. But you notice anyways. You're like, hey, that's weird. There's a lot of paper oak leaves scattered around. Like it looks like there was part of their thing, but you just noticed that.
Okay.
And roll history.
Well, that I can do. That I can do. You dirty bastards, I can get history. Where's my history?
It's like 80 or something like that.
90.
Yeah. And you can roll too if you care. But...
Well, I don't even have it, but I can try.
22.
Okay. You notice that...
I made it. 11.
You both made it.
What a waste.
You both notice that Sybil, the old ancient Sybil, used oak leaves to record her prophecies. And you also know that Lucrezia's real name is Sibella, so maybe it's got something like maybe she's associated with it. It's like a theme.
So during the ransacking, she then decided to hurl oak leaves about?
It looks like it was like they had it here, and it just was part of things that they ransacked through. But maybe she uses them for something.
That was her thing, and
her calling card, maybe.
They slapped it out of her hands when she was protesting the fascist behavior.
Yep.
Okay.
You do find also a lot of postcards scattered around. Most are popular tourist attractions, but some arouse interest in you. Because there's some that are damaged statues, which are scattered about Rome. And you notice on the names, one of the names is Pasquino, one's Merforio, one's Madame Lucrezia. And they're the famed talking statues of Rome, some of which the agents take their names from. So it's like they keep them here, almost like, once again, calling cards. And you also find a well-used tourist guidebook that may be of use to you.
Okay.
In a town you're not familiar with.
So it makes sense that they would have all these things here, but hidden as innocuous, craft store stuff, but most of it looks like it's pretty specifically chosen.
You've been trained in this kind of stuff while you guys were waiting for your first mission, so you know that kind of stuff would be associated with these people. Both your roll knowledge rolls to remember some of your training.
Knowledge
90.
Yeah, 60.
I hope you succeed in Jack fails.
53 I did, I think.
100. 90. Just made it.
On the nose.
You both remember Jack Little's little face. You're like, I think, but you remember that in Rome they used these statues and the oak leaves to leave message to each other and other agents. As part of your training, you're told how people are in each place they're done. So these are actual Section M agents, so it's a lot more organized than it was in Vienna.
So we don't know that this is the only type of Section M activity here, and if we had to, we could maybe find other people by doing... Well, I'm going to collect up a whole bunch of the paper oak leaves quickly.
Okay.
And the journal, you take the journal, the guidebook.
The guidebook, yep.
Tourism book.
Well, there was those statues, but they were just little...
The statues are famous Roman spots where people used to orate on subjects in the past, but now with the fascists, public speaking's kind of been poo-pooed, but they're still tourist attractions. And if you flip through the guidebook, it has locations for all the statues there.
Okay.
Are you interested in going to the statues? Or?
What time of day or night is it?
It's just early, like afternoon.
Okay, we have time to hit the statues.
And there's nothing out here of interest other than some...
No, you looked around. It's pretty ransacked.
The oak leaf paper. Is that what is it? Oak leaf paper?
Yeah, there are papers shaped like oak leaves.
Which we think might have clues on them.
Well,
or be used as communiques. Okay. Yeah, so why don't we... We've done what we need to do here. Why don't we scamper on out?
What was our initial message? Come here because there's something going on in Rome, right?
Yeah, but... Do you still have your original message? Or did you burn it? I believe you burned it.
And it was these people? Was it these people that contacted us? Or we don't know.
It was Lucretia.
Yes, it was. It was these people.
Yeah, it was these people. This is where they work. This is their office they worked on.
We'd come assuming that the one was probably dead, but the other was the one who sent the message was still here. But apparently, in the interim, when the message got to us, the second one has now been absconded with.
Maybe.
So something's going on in Rome. They sent us a message. because they, for whatever reason, know we're around.
Yep.
We come to Rome. Their place has been ransacked, because the Romans or whoever, the Italians or whoever, figured out that, or had reason to distrust them, or figured out that they were spies. All right, so that means I would think this place is being watched, which means we probably got watched going in here, which means we're going to be followed to where we're going. So we can go to these statues and try to figure out what the thing is. I mean, do we need to go to these statues? We just need to figure out what's going on in Rome.
That's a good question. Like, they're not completely separate, but they're not necessarily the same either.
Well, we might suspect from the information we got that the Germans or Italians are looking for an artifact, so we need to just get a heads up on the artifact. Maybe that's the statues. Maybe they left clues for us already. Or
maybe you're right. Maybe it's directly darting out to the statues, because anyone watching us might not know.
Maybe we should start walking somewhere and see who's following us and talk to them.
Go get a base of operation, a room. We can look through this journal first, and then at a later time, when we know we're not being watched, head to the statues.
So you're going to purposely go try to lose a tail through Rome.
Or see who is tailing us, because maybe they know because I think at this point, all we're trying to do is figure out where the Germans are looking, or what we know they're looking for an artifact they think is from Atlantis, because they think Rome was part of a colony of Atlantis kind of thing.
Yes.
Right, so they're looking for an artifact that's in here. So all we need to do is find out where they're looking, or get an idea of where that artifact might be, so we can get it before the Germans do. And this person following us may...
And you're screw the Section M agents?
Well, no. Well, what are you supposed to do? It's part of the job. I'm supposed to go looking for them, break them out of jail?
I'm not suggesting anything.
I know, I'm just saying.
Clarifying.
But for now, the tail is... The possibility of a tail is the utmost important.
So you're going to try to go around and keep an eye out to see if there's anybody...
We know we can go check out these statues right? At any time.
At any time. They'll still be there.
Right. We've got that as sort of like a constant. What we don't have is we can get more information, possibly, and or... lose the tail, figure him out, trick him, talk to him, whatever.
Yeah.
We've got other options, is what I'm saying. Why not just stick with the one? We can look at other things.
Okay, so you're going to go through the streets?
Yeah, well, we need a base of operations, so why don't you say we go find go for a walk and maybe try to find a place to...
Near the statues, but not...
Well, the statues they're all
scattered about.
You look in the guidebook where the statue is. The Lucrezia statue is right outside Mussolini's HQ. Probably not the best place.
No.
The other one, Marfurio, is inside the courtyard in Mussolini's Piazza. Once again, probably not easy to get to. And then there's there's 4 other ones. So the other ones are located in various parts around the city, not near each other. They're all over the place.
You did say that there were tourist attractions, so they are accessible, but 2 of them.
Well, the one is right outside. It is accessible, but it's right outside Mussolini's HQ. You're yeah, that's going to be a lot of presence there.
Yeah,
and the other one is not accessible. That is inside his palazzo. So that's in his palace. So
that's why we have to end up. Sorry, that was just.
You're gonna pull a
Scooby-Doo that one.
Gonna go shoot Mussolini in the head.
War's over, boys.
Okay, so we're going to take a long, winding route through the crowded streets, looking for a tail, to finally find some accommodations.
Both of you roll spot hidden.
Why spot hidden? Why can't I use something else?
Is it? Well, yeah. Look in your. If there's anything else you think you can use to spot a tail, let me know. Use your stats creatively. I'm just
entomology. Maybe.
Is there bugs flying in a certain way that?
No, but they might have a tail.
Could I use? What if I wanted to combine? Can you combine 2
to get double the number?
No, but maybe a higher number, like spot hidden / tactics. This might be a tactical
spot hidden.
If you want to roll tactics instead, sure.
Well, they're both fairly similar. So one's a little bit higher, but
which one's higher then?
All right.
What is your number?
50 for spot hidden, 56 for tactics.
So you're going for tactics, and you're going for spot hidden, Jack?
Yeah.
Dave's going for how people tail people, and Jack's actually just trying to keep his peepers out.
Yeah, if I was tailing me, where would I go?
Yep.
Apparently 63. Apparently that was the stupidest way to go.
26. Come on.
23.
23. I made it. That's one of the very few. It was a rare. We're looking at a check one right there.
Get a check on your spot hidden.
The old man does it.
The old man's peepers peep out, and you see nobody tailing you. You paranoid fucks. You're both he's I can't tell, and you're like, I've been looking. There's no way nobody's watching. You guys were new enough in town, you assume that they didn't see you.
Okay.
Okay.
So you found a place to stay?
Yeah.
You found like a little hotel. You do only have Reichmarks, but they do take them since it's Germany's an ally and all that.
Yeah.
So they're all pro-German.
They better be.
Are you going to try to speak German to them?
Oh, Jesus. No.
You're just going to go for American?
Yeah, I'm American.
You haven't used your accent at all today, so I'd like to interact with you.
Oh. My dick's got diamonds.
Oh, never mind.
Oh,
He hasn't been his accent. He hasn't been his accent once today. So you do go into the hotel, and you get in separate rooms, one room.
One room.
Yeah, I don't know if it'd be seen weird. Probably not. Not this time. No, it'd be fine. The concierge, he doesn't seem, he's a little Italian man. He doesn't seem concerned about you wanting to have one room. He just assumed it's a nice little place. But obviously you're travelers. Was it you that spoke to him?
Yeah.
So yeah, these are American travelers. Okay.
Yeah. Traveling, seeing Europe. We've been to...
So barbecue ribs.
You're going to just do it a night at a time, or?
Yeah, just a night at a time, if that's a option.
Of course. Yeah. And he's speaking in broken English, but he all of a sudden he yells in Italian, and you hear the name Enzo, and a little bellhop comes up, a young kid. He goes to grab your bags, which yours is guns, and to take them up to your room.
Enzo's clearly needs to die a grisly death, but that'll come later.
Or a teenager.
Or a small Italian child. They don't grow, they just don't grow tall. He's not a creature.
Yeah, you're like a giant amongst these people.
I'm pretty sure when you said Enzo, didn't he sort of like walk like on 3 to come get the little hunchback?
No, I said he was a little teenage. He was a little child.
Victor Frankenstein, Daniel Radcliffe.
That's not Enzo.
Okay.
No, but did you actually watch that movie?
I watched about a half hour of it.
Oh, okay.
There was nothing else on.
So you guys make it to your room, drop off your bags.
Did you watch that movie?
I did not watch that movie. It piqued my interest a little bit, but the monster's not in it. It's the origin story of the guy who made the origin story of the actual Frankenstein. So really, I'm not.
Frankenstein's not the monster.
Frankenstein's the dog.
But he is, really, because it's his son, so he'd still be a Frankenstein.
See? He gets it. He doesn't even know there's a movie about it with Daniel Radcliffe as Dr. Frankenstein's Watson.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Igor, but Igor was actually somebody else. I had never met actually Igor. They called him Igor. That's weird.
Yeah.
The first half hour wasn't great, but it was on. Okay, sorry.
You make it to your room, you have Enzo drop off your bags. He stands around waiting for, he's like,
okay. And I will put a couple of Deutsche marks in his hand and go, every car you design, red. And I'll let him go.
He just nods and smiles. You can tell he didn't understand what you meant, but
he understood.
He backs away. Thank you. How do you say thank you in Italian?
Grazie.
Pasta meatballs.
Yeah, pretty much. That's my Italian. And yep, you guys are left alone in your room. It's got 2 beds. It's you don't have to,
We don't have to spoon.
No spooning, unless you want to.
Okay.
Depends how cold it gets or hot.
Yeah. It is September, I believe, in 1939 currently, so it's pretty nice in Italy, in Rome especially.
Okay. So,
Middle Italy.
We know we're not being followed. Time is of the essence. Do you want to do anything other than start investigating these statues?
No, if we're well rested and fed and everything, and did I end up getting 2 pistols or not?
Yep, 2 pistols.
Because I might as well be a killing machine if I'm going to be a killing machine.
Yeah, might as well. I've got a Walther PPK now, so...
Well, you do your thing, I'll do my thing.
Okay, then I will not use my Walther PPK.
Only when Rob really, really wants you to, and then still don't.
Which is every time, like, help Dave! That's all right.
That's
not your job.
No.
He's killing machine.
My eyes are failing me. They're fading. I'm in the waning years of my life. My eyes are Oh, just not what they used to be.
And we've trusted you completely. Yeah, there was no one following us.
Yeah, well, it was the corners of my eyes are still good. The middles are starting to get a little foggy.
Gotcha.
I need to find an optometrist, perhaps someone who give me some spectacles.
What would you like to do now?
Huh.
Yes, might as well figure out what the Germans are up to.
That's one adventure too late for that kind of thing.
So there's 4 statues. One's called Pasquino, and then there's Abate Luigi, Il Facchino, and Il Babuino. It's not Bambino, it's Babuino.
Babuino.
Which is, yeah.
It's, I believe that translates into urine baby in Italian. Did you just roll to see if it translated into urine baby?
I didn't roll nothing.
Oh.
I know what it means. Which, are you going to go to statues?
Yes, we're going
Which
to
one do you want to try out?
Where's the Vatican?
Vatican is in the middle of Rome.
Vatican City
is inside the middle of Rome.
Does the Vatican have a pyramid?
The Vatican's got a lot of stuff going on in there that I'm sure I would love. My character would his pants are tightening at the thought of even going to.
Because part of my whole occult history, I happen to just know that there are pyramids all over the world. Interesting that they think that perhaps this Deutsch Orient G cell shaft.
The dogs?
Yeah, the dog guy.
Dutch orangey shell shaft
is sort of connecting pyramids with Atlantis with, I'm assuming, possibly these artifacts. So where do you find a pyramid in Rome? Perhaps the Vatican? How do we find that out?
Look in the guidebook.
Yeah, tourist book.
The guidebook. Of course. Let's look through the guidebook.
There's no
mention of it?
No. It's in Rome. In Vatican.
There is no pyramids, or there's no mention of it?
Well, there's no mention of it. Okay. For as much you know, there isn't.
Okay. So let's go to Urine Baby statue first. Actually, the tour book, does it have a layout of the statues? We could do this in a smart way that we could work our way around.
Which one's closest, you're saying?
Yeah, and then work our way to the farthest, or are they just scattered around? Are we in the middle?
Yeah, you're kind of in the middle. There are none that are particularly closer to you than others.
Okay, well then let's just head to the Urine Baby one, and we'll work our way from there.
All right, Urine Baby sounds good.
Okay, so you make your way to Babuino, and the statue looks like a reclining man whose head appears to be a different stone to his body. It sits on a trough of water, and in the water is a number of coins. People throw it in for good luck. Spot hidden.
I'm on fire.
You did it?
22.
Nice.
It's under the microphone. There you go, Dave.
Don't hit the microphone.
Reach down in there.
I gotta blow my nose. I made 23 minutes.
Okay, both of you.
Would you have Kleenex or where's the best thing to grab?
I think there's Kleenex in there.
Yeah, up over the sink. There's a box of Kleenex, and you can bring it out if
we'll take a break.
If this is going to be a running theme.
Hard to say.
A running theme.
I watched The
Expanse.
Yes, but I also watched Rick and Morty.
You only just watched that now?
And I watched Archer.
I didn't watch Archer. Don't know if I'm going to do that until it's going to be a marathon. They call it.
I watched X-Men Apocalypse.
That's good.
What a colossal waste of time.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Oh yeah, it was just as shamefully terrible as many of the others.
It was a step down from.
I think it was glorious. I think it was much more spectacularly awful than some of the other ones.
Not as bad as United.
Which one?
United?
Is that the third one?
Yeah. Is that the third one?
No, see, I think that this one was even worse because this one should have been better. It had that potential to be better.
Yeah, they've learned their
I give you that.
Yeah, they made mistakes. They learned from them. Now they're falling back in the same mistakes.
Yeah. It's Singer. Singer's the worst.
Singer is the worst.
Okay.
He's a top 10 of child molesters, but he's really not.
So, you make it to...
He's the Joel Schumacher of X-Men directors.
Did you not hear the clap?
but I had that lined up.
In the chamber.
Yeah, he had to pull it.
So both of you notice that in the trough you see oak leaves obscured by the coins, and you're like, "There's no oak trees around here."
But we actually actual oak leaves, eh?
Yeah, and they say that's how you communicate via Section M training in this area.
There's lots of tourists about, but you want to try to snag it? It's not a very deep trough. It's not like you have to dive in. You can just reach in.
Yeah.
Which one are you going to do it?
I'll reach on the do rough stuff.
The rough stuff of grabbing an oak leaf from the bottom of a trough?
Well.
There is some slimy coins you have to move out of the way.
If there's... well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to... since I took a couple of those oak leaves, I'm going to take one out and go, oh, yeah. Whoa! I'm going to drop it in, and when it falls in, I'm going to go, oh, sorry about that, and I'm going to reach in to recover... But I'm going to grab the other ones that are under the coins and then come up with those, pat them dry. Foolish me.
Just one leaf that was at the bottom.
So then that's...
Yep, you get it, and you do retrieve it, and it looks like it has a bunch of holes punched in it. It's like the same kind of paper as the one you have, though. And, you have an oak leaf with a bunch of holes punched in it.
Okay. What if we took that tourist guide and put that oak leaf up against it? If there would any sort of...
Where the writing is, the different letters would pop up.
That's the first thing that comes to mind as to a...
Okay. So before we do that, I'm just going to take one more gander at the head of the statue. I know my art.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make a check on...
Yep.
Well, or I would if I knew what my character was.
Is it here?
How did your character disappear?
I may have taken him.
I wanted
to just read up on the pyramids again.
Oh, you just stole your whole character.
Yeah. So just to read the things in my head, you took my character. Okay, that's how it's going to be. So I have.
That's literally how it works.
I have religious artifacts as so that's 76%. So
I'll give it to you. It's not. It is a sort of religious. So it may be Neptune. So I'll give it to you.
It may be Neptune. Well, we'll see if it's Neptune in just 1 second. 76. And we're going to 70. I did it.
Okay. It's a statue. What were you trying to find out?
The head looked like it was made of a different material, and I was just wondering.
Yeah, from your history, you surmise that maybe sometime in the past it was replaced.
That's what I was going for.
It's ancient. It's not a current thing.
If it had been damaged or something, or if
it's been in the long past. It's like different color, but it's not current.
Okay, so as long as it falls into what I thought would be the result of my checking, not... Oh, and also it's made of styrofoam, so... Okay, so let us make our hasty retreat. Do you want to go to each statue and look for the different leaves throughout?
Yeah, obviously we think we found something here anyways. So yeah, we'll go, and then perhaps on the way we can just read the old tourist guidebook and see if we can't see if that was a thing.
So we'll go to the statue that is next along the line in a reasonable pattern.
Roll idea rolls, both of you.
Idea?
Yeah.
I'm sick of sitting up.
I'll roll for you.
Okay.
I got a 13, which is a really good one, I think. And Jack got a 2, which is even better.
Wow. Jack got a critical. You're like, I think... And you're like trying to... With the oak leaf, you're like, no. And then Jack's like, I know. And you just hold it up. And you can see the light kind of shines through it. And you actually see a picture on there. And you get a handout.
Oh. They punched out like a connected dots-esque type of situation where you look up and say, oh, it's Skeletor.
I would have got there.
Pretty much. That'd be funny if I don't have the handout.
That would be hilarious.
That'd be real, actually. That's the old ones. That's all the old handouts.
I rolled your dice with my left hand. That was probably the right way to do it.
You know,
you're going to roll dice from your left hand from now on?
Well, Jack's dice, for sure.
Dice, much like your genitals. It just feels better when you use the opposite hand.
I mean, for you, it probably felt like someone else was rolling.
Yeah, it did. It really did. It was shockingly like that.
And it got you there, too, so I mean, you can't be that bad.
Oh, yeah. Oh. You can't argue with the results.
No.
It's in here somewhere.
And I don't know why, but it looks like on the cover of the Mutant Chronicles DM screen there, it looks like the villain from Lazy Town is using a machine gun on zombies.
Oh, it probably is.
Okay.
I don't know what a lot of those words meant. Put in that sentence.
So the handout.
Yeah, I didn't have it printed, so I'm just going to show it to you.
Okay.
Remember earlier when he was bragging about all the work he did?
I don't know why. Some of these maybe it's not even in the handouts. I should have printed. But
Yeah,
here it is.
He came bold with the.
Talks a big game.
It's Jeebus.
Well, this was all in a leaf? How big is an oak leaf?
Oak leaf's pretty big.
The oak leaf message. What lies behind the truth that bites? Oh, it's like a riddle. It's got a question mark thing. What lies behind the truth that bites? And it's...
Jack, roll a history roll.
That's Jeebus. The truth that bites.
Is that Jesus, or is that...
76, and my history is...
90, I think you just said.
What was the water guy?
Oh,
Poseidon?
history 90, yes. So, yes.
You, Jack, know that it's a...
Neptune?
No, it's a crudely drawn, but it looks like the Boca della Verita, the mouth of truth. And it's a gigantic stone mass that sits in the portico of the Church of Santa Maria in Cosmedian, which is in Rome. You're like, yeah, that looks like that big mouth of thing.
Okay, so a big stone mask.
What was the riddle again?
What lies behind... If that thing's called the...
What lies behind the truth that bites?
What lies behind the truth that bites?
You said that's the
mouth of truth.
So, like, that's they've inverted two words. So there's something scrolled away in behind there.
Mouth there probably.
And you can find it in the guidebook if you want to go there. But you were going to go to the other statues?
Yes.
Might as well.
Okay, next statue is the Abet Luigi. And it's just a statue.
We're being followed. I'm going to check if we're being followed.
Okay, roll spot hidden.
So this is the less famous, but probably
26.
Did you make it?
Yep.
You are not being followed that you can see. The less famous, but what, Jack?
But equally talented
younger brother of
Lamario.
Abet and Abate, whatever, his father.
Oh, you should have said it with the added punching up the accent. Now I understand.
Abete
Luigi.
Abete Luigi.
The father of Luigi. Okay, so we're at the father of Luigi.
Let's see. Trying to find Abete Luigi. It's in the Piazza Vidiono, and it is a statue. I don't know if they describe it anyway. No, just one of the talking statues. It's just a standard statue.
Standard statue.
There's no fountain or anything around it.
Okay.
You search around, you can't see where there would be any place to hide something.
Stash a leaf.
This guidebook we have, it had the statues pointed out on it.
Yeah, they're all in there.
And were there any same markings? We were just at the... What did you describe it as? The human baby one?
Il Babuino, which it actually means the baboon. As you look in the guidebook.
And was the baboon statue marked differently than, say, this statue?
No, in the guidebook there was no special markings.
Well, so either statistically we chose the only one that has the clue to get to the next one, which I would say I'm alright with.
Maybe Jack coincidentally chose the exact right one for the first statue?
Or did Rob want to get the story going?
I did have a lot more description of the babuino than the rest.
Because this one goes, it's a statue, it's a standard statue.
Doesn't have a description of it in the book.
So, I think we should just hit that museum and check behind that mask.
Yeah.
It's not a museum, it's a church.
Oh, the church.
That's a difference.
So that's what we'll do.
What's the difference? It's true.
Let's go pray at the museum.
Okay.
That was one of my favorite Jerry Stiller movies.
Crazy Museum?
Yeah.
You guys pretty quickly find the Bocca della Verita. It's a famous statue. And it says in the guidebook, there's a legend that if you put your hand in the mouth and tell a lie, it'll bite it off. So you guys are at the statues. A lot of tourists around. Once again, tourist area. I'm in the middle of a war. There's tourists.
Yeah. It's still early. Everyone's full of piss and vinegar.
I'll probably say, there's probably people yay, finally the Germans or Italians are doing stuff to fight for our freedoms. Right?
Down with Spain.
Yeah, whatever.
Spain's already been down at this point.
They're Italians. They got to get what little victories they could get. They got to.
Well, they're kind of pissy with Spain because Spain was fascist, and they all helped them with their overthrow. And then when the war started, they're like, "Nah, we'll stay to ourselves." We just helped you.
I can't imagine most Europeans love Britain, so I'm sure they're pretty happy about that. France and Britain probably been a pain in most of Europe's ass for centuries.
The Luftwaffe told Spain what they thought of them afterwards. Pretty much taught them.
Well, it was during the Spanish War that they grew in a pen that.
So yeah, I'm going to loudly proclaim. Well, this is my last endeavor. After this, I'm heading home to retire in a life of leisure, and I'll stick my hand into the mask.
Okay.
And clearly, it must be true. My hand didn't get bit off. So.
Well, you did the wrong way around. Did you? Let me read it again. No, you have to put your hand in the mouth and then tell the lie. You told the lie and then put your hand in the mouth.
Well.
All right, what are you doing? You have your hand in its mouth.
And while I'm there making a touristy ass of myself, I'm going to look around behind the statue a little bit. Look around.
The statue's pretty large, but
okay.
The statue's flush to the wall, and it's solid, it's stuck to the wall. Okay. The church.
So I'm just going to do a little sweep around the mouth.
Inside? Yep, nothing.
Up around, and then I'll pull it. Now it's your turn.
So it's my turn? Okay. Well, then, what was the question again?
Oh, the riddle?
Yeah.
You look it up. Let's see.
Hopefully I have the handout.
Yeah, no. It says, what lies behind the truth that bites? You do look around, and there is a door to the inside the church, just off to the side.
So it could be in the room behind, not behind.
Yeah, I mean, this is 19, whatever. If I stick my hand in there and tell a lie, I'm not going to figure it out, am I?
No. There's no such thing as magic. We've already established that when that flying worm came out and smacked the bejesus out of me. That established that there's no way a statue could have any...
Hitler is the one true God.
What happens?
And no papers revealed to me.
No round of applause by the locals.
There's shock and awe. No one's really paying attention. There are people milling around, but...
Okay.
Well, I just had an itch to scratch.
Oh, yeah. So, then we will...
Should we go to this museum?
We will...
Not a museum, it's a church.
We will then go to the door that leads to the room behind the statue. If it's not physically behind the statue, it's going to be in the vicinity of behind the statue, and I believe that's...
And if it's not there, we're ripping this head right off.
Prying it from the wall.
So national treasure.
Only logical.
So you go inside. Inside the basilica is it's a very, very old building. There's a couple small chapels and a baptistery where they do baptisms. Where would you like to go?
What is located adjacent to the wall that would be right behind the statue? Is that where the baptistery is? Is that where that's...
You're on fire tonight, Jack.
Okay.
Once again, if you read my notes, the baptistery is right where that's the wall to the outside where the mouth is in the baptistery.
Okay, so we're heading to the baptistery.
Okay, what are you going to do in the baptistery?
Look around, look in the baptistery water.
You look around, there's nothing much. Roll spot hidden.
85.
85, that was an epic failure.
That is bad, but I'm going to pull it off with a
58.
Failing even more worsely.
Nah, you don't find anything.
Okay, well, we know it's here, though, so then now we just...
Why do you know it's here?
Now we have to get aggressive.
The same way we know the boss is about to come up in video games, because the music changes.
Music didn't change.
Music changed.
Music changed.
I'm gonna see. I'm purposely making you roll now because haven't you noticed when you guys weren't being followed, I made you roll?
See, I think we are being followed. I think you had to just change
You
strategy.
succeeded.
Probably. Yeah, but that doesn't mean something's not following us. That's better at staying hidden than we're at spotting it.
You guys gonna look around some more?
Yes.
Okay, you keep looking. How long are you gonna keep looking?
That's funny he does this. What else was in this church?
There was 2 chapels.
Chapels?
Chapels, where like people sit and pray.
Okay, is there a confessionary?
No, it's not the kind of church.
Are you thinking of rounding up a altar boy or something and maybe starting to apply some physical threats?
Nope, I was not thinking that at all.
Oh, either was I then. Never mind.
I keep going back to the riddle. I think you got to tell a lie, or what lies behind the truth that speaks lies, or something. What was that saying again?
Look at the handout.
I'll just write it down. Am I looking at this thing too much, Rob? You can let me know.
What lies behind the truth that bites?
What lies on the ground behind the truth that bites? Okay, so what lies behind the truth?
What lies? Or
I wish it was this complex.
the problem is...
I wanted to do a spot of hidden and it would be all over.
We don't know how lies is spelt.
Lies.
What lies?
What lies? Not lies, but lies.
It's spelled the same way.
What lays?
It's not lays, yeah.
What if it's...
You guys are looking... You guys keep looking around farther and farther. You finally get near the door that you came in, and on either side of the door, there was 2 small niches on either side. One on each side. And inside the niches are small black stones.
Oh. I will say, yeah, can you hand me one of those?
I will
take the other
do
one.
as I'm asked. He's pretty smart.
They don't move, but when whoever's on the right-hand side, you notice there's an oak leaf there.
Oh.
Well, that's
Just kind of slightly there.
Tucked in.
Well, that was a stupid riddle. What lies in the alcove by the Black Rock would have been much easier.
There is nothing on the leaf, but you do when you take the leaf, you do notice there is something tucked behind the stone. And it's an envelope. Who was on that side?
We'll roll for it. Odds Jack was. Evens me.
You were?
Yep.
You find a envelope with a note inside.
Well, there you go. There's your printout right there.
Could you
all the
read
hard
it out
work.
to the public?
Handout number 9. Lucrezia's note. Is that how you say it?
Sure.
Lucrezia's notes. P taken to Regina Coley. Moved to C. Santa A. road crew. Archaeologists appear to be looking for something.
Present.
Archaeologist present. Is it spelled the same, or am I just an idiot?
It is spelled.
Well, obviously one's a gift and one's
No, the one's presenting something.
It could have made sense because archaeologists could have been presenting something.
Okay.
Archaeologists present appear to be looking for something. Germans have arrived. Strange badge on uniform. I bet we've seen that badge before.
I think so too. Yes. Yes.
What was the badge that you saw before?
If we had the handout, we would know.
Oh,
You never keep the handout.
That's a sick
You
burn.
didn't rip a badge off somebody and keep it with you.
Sick burn. We're going to make him so mad. Bodies from the site
Your club from behind now.
Bodies from the site taken to Tiber Island Hospital. A sec you la pious. Situation escalating. Sent for help.
I'm going to ask to take a gander at that.
Well, I'm just much better at reading it not out loud.
Jack, roll a Latin. Do you know Latin?
I do.
thought-
My Latin's... I got full bore Latin. My Latin's going to be a treat. Where are we, Latin? 21.
Roll that.
Here's your note there.
74. That's a hit and a miss. Swing and a miss.
You know that Regina Coeli is a Latin word, but you're not sure what it means.
I could find out what it means. I could Google it.
P, which is going to be
one of the people.
The guy that was missing. Pasquino.
Right.
He was taken to Regina Coeli.
Both your old history roll.
49. Made it.
Did you make it?
Nope, missed by 10.
When you say that Regina Coeli, it's a notorious prison on the west bank of the Tiber.
Okay.
And it used to be a convent, but converted into a prison, and Mussolini puts his political prisoners there.
Okay, yeah, moved to the Santia road crew. Archaeologists present appear to be looking for something. So they're making political prisoners do manual labor under the guise of rehabilitation of the prisoners, yet they actually are looking for something, and they know that because they have archaeologists, and why would there be German uniformed soldiers working on a chain gang for a prisoner? Situation escalating. So we have two choices. We can either go to the prison where P is being held. Mm-hmm. Nothing we can do there. No. We're not doing a prison break. Unless you're Wentworth Miller and I'm the other better guy. That's not happening.
Who's that from?
Prison Break.
Is that a good show?
No.
Yeah, it was a
on the nose bit.
A bit on the nose. Because you do look like Wentworth Miller.
Oh, thanks.
No, I think he looks like the other guy.
Thanks,
he looks like
Rory.
Heatwave. Yeah, he looks like Rory.
He looks like the two of them mated.
He did, actually. That's disturbing.
He did. He still does.
If you look in the guidebook for that other place, and it's Castillo Sant'Angelo is the C. Saint A.
Road crew.
Castillo Sant'Angelo.
And it's a fortress near where Mussolini has begun to build roadworks through Rome.
So again, there's nothing we could do at the prison or the roadworks crew being conscripted, but we do have the island hospital. Yeah. So
Tiber Island is it's a river. Tiber is in the river near you, and there is a Saint Basilica de San Bartolomeo, a newly rebuilt hospital on the island. So
sounds like they dug up some bodies, perhaps, or
yeah. So I think we should go to that hospital and investigate there rather than. There's nothing we could do for P at that prison, and there's nothing we can do. We can go.
Didn't it say he was transferred to the roadwork crew?
Yes, but again,
he's not at the prison. But we're going to go to the road crew, like the bodies. We're going to find out what they're digging up. We can go.
You have two choices,
yeah.
It'd be dicey to try to talk to him, I think. Although it would be nice to find this Lucretia, so she might be.
He's a talker, though.
We could. They said there's Germans watching the road crew. There's archaeologists, and they're making them under the guise of road works.
Are you guys heading out to the church right now?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll just. Yeah.
Okay, you leave the church and make your way through a set of winding streets, and that's Rome for you. And as you're walking, a pitiful figure walks up to you and kind of grabs Jack. And he's got filthy blonde, caked hair with mud and a lot of blood in the hair. His fingernails are broken and encrusted with dirt, and his clothes are torn and stained. He is wild-eyed and ranting in a broken mixture of English and Italian. And he starts calling you Abate, and also Father. And he keeps rambling about a message. And you catch the words tunnel, snakes, darkness, mouth, and baboon. And then you would have disregarded this as some crazy person, but he does say the word Pasquino. So his crazy bum is right now grabbing Jack by his lapel and in his face.
And I will, instead of recoiling in horror, I will be as soothing. I will let him speak as much as he wants and keep as calm as the situation. I do not believe he's here to hurt me. I don't believe he's here to. So
and Dave shoots him.
The camera just pans to the blood splat across my face.
That's That's 2 you owe me.
Roll persuade, Jack.
Well, son, I do believe you are here to give me a message, and you are under no obligation to do it in a hurried state. Do it at your leisure. 6.
You rolled a 6?
I did.
Almost critical.
You can adopt this guy.
You calm him down quite a bit, and he's still pretty crazy though. And he says he has a secret, but he's not a man anymore. He's a statue. He's a statue named Pasquino. And both of you roll spot hidden.
Failed.
99.
You're like, Jesus, get this bum out of here.
As you're clawing at the air that is now just darkness.
I'm blind. I'm blind.
Taking on my notes.
Jack, do you want to
These have been useless.
ask him any questions or anything?
Yes. I'm going to ask him. Where have you been? What happened to you, son?
Now that you're speaking English, he speaks pretty good English back to you. He said he was arrested by secret police, and he says he laughs and says he was in the Queen of Heaven, and then he gets his eyes go dark, and he says he was working with laborers, the road crew, it's Castillo Santa Angelo, but there was tunnels under the road.
Okay, I'm going to say thank you. You've done a fantastic job. I'm going to remove my coat and give it to him. I'm going to give him a handful of cash out of my wallet and the Walter PPK, and I'm going to say, whatever happens, you don't want to go back there. So
no, and he says there was a tunnel, a labyrinth, with snakes, and he says, I know a special way.
I can't ask you to do that.
He said, I would not do that. And I give my right hand to get away. And he just keeps saying that. I give my right hand to get away. And then all of a sudden he pulls out a knife. What are you guys doing?
Okay.
He starts just hacking at his right hand. Alright, so this way. And both your roll sanity rolls as you see this guy just hacking at his right hand. Jack mouth falls open. Yeah, blood everywhere. Roll sanity rolls.
Why'd you give him 2 guns?
You never took the gun. You never got that far.
73. That's probably a fail, I would imagine. My sanity is 50.
Okay.
My sanity is...
You lose 6 sanity from seeing this. You're like, what the fuck?
That really freaked me out.
You did.
I've seen lots of weird things.
My sanity is 85.
6?
Yeah. That did freak you the fuck out.
96.
And you lose 10 sanity from the same thing.
What are you doing that for?
So what are you going to do? Let him just stab himself?
No, I'm going to restrain him.
Okay. Roll D100. Tell me what you get.
77.
Okay. He's pretty weak, but you hold his... You stop him from stabbing himself, at least. He is bleeding profusely. And screaming, pretty much. You're lucky you're in a side street, but pretty soon it might draw some attention.
Okay. You got any ideas here? Can we stop this guy from screaming?
No, he's bringing unwanted attention at this point. I think at the someone's going to see him. So there's going to be. Let's just go. Let's go.
What are you going to do?
Will we just let this guy go and let him chop his own hand out there? Can we just get out of here? This guy, you want to show us where the tunnels are, or is it too late? Is he insane now?
You can roll a persuade to see if he'll stop.
Yeah, calm down. He's obviously an agent for this Pasquale guy or whatever, like someone they turned. He's just nuts with it. 74.
No, he's still.
What's persuasion? Or is it under?
Persuade.
Is it under? I probably didn't get out. Limit OP. Yeah, no, not even close.
Yep. So he's still struggling, bleeding all over you.
I will attempt a persuasion, but I'm of the opinion that this is now gotten to
he's gone crazy.
mental issues are not our forte. Better run away. Where is persuade?
He's 76, I think you said.
try to command him.
Okay. So you're like
55.
Well, I'm assuming this guy works for someone. He's
56.
Dismissed.
Missed by 1.
I'm assuming this guy is used to taking orders, and somehow he did find us. 27. That is a success.
Okay.
Snap out of it, soldier.
Yeah, you kind of yell at him. He does stop struggling. He's still bleeding profusely from the wrist.
Okay, well, let's... okay, you're going to calm down. You show us where these tunnels are. We're going to help you out. You don't have to go back in them. We're not here to hurt you.
Okay, he calms down.
So I'll give him a little first aid.
Okay, roll first aid.
33, it's a success.
Okay, you stop the bleeding, and he calms down. I assume you take the knife from him.
Oh yeah, it's a nice knife. I could probably use one.
You write it down, you get a knife. It's not a very nice knife, but it's a knife.
Knife.
And he does calm down. He's like, I will show you the tunnels. I escaped.
Thank you. Yeah, I think we should check these tunnels out. It sounds pretty important since this guy was sent here to show us these tunnels.
And I think
he knew who you were.
You were afraid that you were only becoming a killing machine, but you proven. I was about to just abandon this guy as a crazy person, and you showed that there's more to you than just killing.
It's true. If there's any chance this guy's gonna rat on us out,
Oh.
He starts to get, as you guys are talking, he passes, he passes out. He lost a lot.
He lost a lot of blood. Okay, well, we got him back. We got him bandaged up, but obviously someone wants to see these tunnels, so perhaps that's more important than the hospital?
Well, you can't get to the tunnels now. He's unconscious.
Oh, we can't.
But we can take him back to...
Yeah, we can do whatever. Should we pat him down, see what he's got?
Oh, yeah.
You got anything on him?
No, he is wearing a gray outfit with a blue vest all torn up. It looks like a worker's outfit. Like a work camp.
Oh, well, he escaped, so somehow he was probably told by Pasquale to escape. What did he mention? Pasquale, snakes, tunnels.
Yeah. He said he was Pasquini.
Oh, he said he was Pasquini. Oh, sorry. So this was the Pasquini guy. Okay. I thought he was an agent of Pasquini.
Well, his exact words were, what did he say? He said something very strange.
About a baboon, which I know is that other statue.
He said the baboon, and he mentioned the head, the truth, the biting.
He said, I'm not a man anymore. I'm a statue named Pasquino.
Right, but that didn't necessarily mean... Maybe it does. I didn't think it meant that he was Pasquino. Okay.
I don't think it's...
No. We don't know he's Pasquino.
You do have an unconscious person with you. What are you going to do with him?
Take him back to our room, get some food in him.
Your first aid stopped the bleeding, but he does have a cut wrist. You don't think, it's serious.
Oh, it's serious enough that,
Yeah, he will die if you don't, either you just leave him to die or bring him to actual help.
No, I think he's done for. It's a war zone. We need to take him to help, get more attention. We've got the hospital, and we know that they're doing something important at this work camp. It's not just, they're not just digging. They seems like either they've dug a labyrinth or they've discovered one, which I think is what they've done. So this guy sent his message. He was here to die, so whatever. Just leave him there, and maybe they'll pick him up and
someone will see him. A person. This is the role.
Yeah, Someone's going to prop him up on the side of the road.
Yeah, they'll pick him up and bring him back to that camp.
Go to work.
Go singing.
What I found.
Yeah, we even took his knife. So terrible.
That is terrible.
So terrible.
And we can't do that.
Okay.
It's getting into late afternoon.
How far are we from our hotel room?
Hotel? Well, it's across the room.
Well, can we just drop him off somewhere and just say, at least he's not out in the friggin' streets, and then,
You're not sure if he'd make it back to your hotel.
He's that bad?
Yeah.
Oh. We can't get him to a hospital. Can we
you do know there's a hospital, really close to you.
Yeah, okay, but still, same thing. We get him to a hospital. They go, hey, let's fix him up. How come this guy's wearing a prison uniform? Let's call the Gestapo because we don't want to end up in prison ourselves. Boom, right back in camp. Okay. Or tortured, and then he's like, don't tell me about the camp.
You're saying he's better off dead?
I'm saying we're in a bad situation right here.
I can't imagine that the psychological help that he requires. Usually he glances, goes, okay. Gets back.
Still moving.
Okay. That was disconcerting.
At first I didn't think it was moving, but then it was.
Okay.
What's moving?
The time.
It's PP. It's recording.
Yeah, this guy doesn't have a life worth living anymore.
No, I thought he was going to take us to tunnels and then we were going to send him on his way, give him some chocolate and you'd be all happy.
Chocolate.
chocolate. He's been war torn ill. He's never had chocolate.
But I guess if we take him to, we'll take him to the nearby hospital. We'll just.
You could just throw him on the curb out front. You don't have to take responsibility.
Right, exactly. That's how it will do. I just think now he's basically going to end up exactly where he just escaped from, just to give us this message.
He probably will, but we have to trust in his resilience and the secret police might take him back and he might just go back to laboring, or he's going to come to afterwards. They'll be like, "Hey, who are you? What's going on?" And he'll just be like, "Scammer," and he could live a life of adventure. Ended up on a tropical island with a coconut drink and going, "Thank God no one left me to sleep in the streets until I bled out."
Yeah, or I'll end up in a insane asylum getting electric shock therapy for 30 years till he finally dies. But yeah.
Okay, so we'll take him to
we'll just drop him off at the hospital.
Take a local hotel.
So the hospital's on an island called the hospital. The hospital's called the Hospital.
We're taking him to that hospital? We're that close to that?
That's the hospital's close by. That's the only hospital you know of.
Oh, that's different.
Why didn't you tell us that? You said a hospital.
A hospital. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
yeah.
Wait, 40 generals right here. Yeah. We'll just stop.
No, I told you before the hospital's rather close to me.
Oh, well, what a great way to get in. We got this guy to get us in here.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we found this guy dying.
Thank you for finally cluing in.
Well, you don't mention it's the hospital. Like,
I did. It does. It's the hospital.
I think
the orderlies are outside the hospital listening to us argue. Having a cigarette.
There's 2 bridges to the hospital, so you drag them across.
We had a handout of actual, where we were. Yeah.
And the hospital, well, you want a map of Rome? Go for it. The hospital, it's open and easy to access. You're going to bring them right in?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, you bring them in, and people freak out, and they grab them, and they're like, "What?" They're speaking Italian, and they see that you tried to help them. So, that's good.
So,
yeah.
So you're in the hospital.
Yep. We're in the hospital. I'm not speaking too much.
Yep. People did, they take them from you, and they ask you some questions in Italian. What are you going to do?
Well, I will, obviously, when I begin to speak, they'll know that English is my...
What are you going to be like?
My forte.
No, speak it Italian.
I'm gonna start with that. And if someone approaches and they direly want to have a conversation, then I'll...
One of the nurses that took him in, what happened in broken English? She's like, "Did you find him?" What?
Well, we're tourists, and we were looking at we had visited a church and some statues, and this poor unfortunate, he was asking for money, and it seemed a little deranged, and my inability to communicate with him in his native language, he became a little irate. He was getting a little hot, and eventually he did harm to himself, and we took pity on him, and we thought perhaps we would. At no point was there any other option but to take him here to get the help that he deserves.
Thank you. And she goes off, leaving you guys in the front of the hospital.
So now we have to go to where they would keep bodies. And
usually that seems down to me.
That seems, yeah, they were
mortgage or
mortgage. We could either just walk around the outside to see where there's an indiscreet entrance that would be able to accommodate caskets, or we could just start exploring via
Aren't you charming?
I am. Thank you for noticing. My character, not so much, but me, yeah.
Is his character charming?
He is a fast talker, persuader.
He's a fast talker.
I'm a lawyer. That's what I do. I make people see my point of view.
He may be just a southern lawyer.
Well, I'm wondering.
I might just be a southern lawyer.
I'm just. What am I trying to think of real quick? It'd be nice to walk around here if we were in uniform. Wonder if we could get ourselves some of that. I got blood all over my nice jacket. Everything to change out of. Maybe they've got I don't know, a gown or something. I don't know what they would wear at this time of day, but this time of year.
You're asking somebody?
Well, I'm just talking out loud.
Yeah.
Just trying to think. It says we can walk around downstairs to the morgue, and it's like, hey, what are you doing here? We put on a couple, something that looks like we're doctors or orderlies or something. Yeah, and then next thing you know, it's like, yeah, whatever.
No one's asking any questions.
Right.
That is a...
Are you going to try to duck into a...
Yeah, I'm just telling you, or he can talk to someone, or we could find a closet or something.
What would you like to do? Yeah?
When we had the kids, they were just lying around I got dressed in scrubs, and it was just, just boxes of them.
But that's nowadays, but...
Right, so I mean, it's probably a bit different.
You gonna look around to see if there's like some laundry somewhere?
But there's an assumption here that they have a distinct dress code.
Well, yeah, what are they dressed as?
This predates a lot of the...
they're just dressed in pretty much normal clothes. The
Yeah.
nurses have nurses' outfits. You could dress like nurses.
But what are the doctors dressed as? Suits?
You haven't really seen a doctor yet. The nurses and orderlies dressed in normal clothes.
Yeah.
Probably
Winter clothes.
soldiers around here, probably, or something. No? So, I mean, there's a warning.
You haven't seen any soldiers yet.
Ooh, that would be nice, though. No one's gonna... we dress like nurses and they go, hey...
we're not just like nurses.
We haven't seen you around here. Dress like an orderly. What are you doing here? You dress like one of the black suits, and they'll be
Black
like this.
shirts.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you don't see any around.
Well, sometimes the best thing to do is just walk around like you own the place. And
Yeah, so let's just walk around like we own the place. Let's head down.
Okay. You head around. You're going to try to find the basement? Is that what you're planning?
I think so. They don't generally have the morgue with the loved ones just propped
usually
up beside the gift shop.
well, we can look at for signs or whatever, but
They're in Italian. But
is it morgue Italian?
I don't know. Let's see what morgue in Italian is.
I think it's morgue. What's morgue? Is it an Italian word?
I don't know.
Morgate or something like that. It means death.
Yeah,
It's Latin. It means death. Like Latin is the same thing.
yeah, because mortality.
Pretty sure. If I'm right, I'm getting a check mark.
Morte.
You'll get a check mark in Italian.
Yeah, because it's you might be right. It's definitely got Spanish roots.
No, it is not. Morgue is an English word. And it is very different in Italian.
Well, because dead is morta in Italian, so they wouldn't necessarily say it's the dead room or the. But what would
you don't see anything that looks anything that.
Do we see staircases going down?
Yep.
Let's find out.
Okay,
That's
then
a start.
We'll stop with the.
And you do see on the wall on that staircase going down is the word obitorio. Obitorio.
Orbitorial.
Well,
Obitorio.
that sounds like a place where you look at the stars. Let's head down.
Yes,
Orbitorio, that's obitorio. Obitorium. It's not more. And you go down, and there's, at the bottom of the stairs, it's a hallway, and you can see some doors. Where it says that word, it's a locked door with a bolt on it. Like it's saying, like it's not, it doesn't say it on the door, it says it kind of like implying it's through this door. But there is a bolt on the outside of the door.
And the bolt is locked.
Yes.
It's like a padlock or something?
The door's locked, and there's a bolt. So there's like an actual bolt. And the door's locked.
It's on our side. We'd be able to open that, but
yeah, the bolt you can open, but the door's locked.
So
You're gonna try your classic. I'm gonna break this lock. That's never worked.
Perhaps.
or we could knock.
We're gonna, or something. Or keep looking around.
If say there's possibly two attendants. We knock. Oops, wrong place. There's 5 guys here. Knock. Hey, there's 1 guy here. Now we own the place. So as soon as someone opens that door, we have to make a decision. Either we're crazy tourists who are lost, or that guy's now going to be tied up with an extension.
We don't really speak Italian.
So you can knock?
Yeah. What's worse than that?
Okay, you knock on the door, and you wait.
You gotta do that, right?
Okay.
Shave and haircut.
Yeah, because you gotta act like you own the place.
Yeah.
And after a few seconds, you hear the door unlocking, and it opens, and there is a manly guard in a black shirt, and he has a rifle slung across his back, and you can see a pistol on his hip. And behind him, you can see that it's inside is the morgue, and there's another similarly dressed, strapping young Italian black shirt standing there.
But no one
And
else.
he asks you in Italian. He's kind of like, you can get the gist of what do you want.
Well, I'll
Speak to him in German.
and I'll just start sauntering in like I own the place.
You just try to walk right in.
Yeah.
He puts his hand up and stops you.
Ich bin ein Ausländer. Oder Kanada. Or something, some German type words.
Okay.
Some German type words.
Yeah.
Okay, you're pretending to speak German, hoping he doesn't speak German. Is
Right.
that true?
Yeah, pretend to speak German, who doesn't speak German, and he goes, oh god, Germans are jerks. Let's get it.
Yeah, and he looks at the other guy, and he says something in Italian to the other guy, and he's confused. Both of you roll a persuade roll.
Wow, this
is your once again your nonverbal acting that you've done before.
It's a bold move, Cotton. I made it.
What's your roll?
45.
69er.
You didn't make it?
No, I did not.
He's looking at you suspiciously, but he's kind of like, you are dressed like
the Viennese
Germans. Yeah, you look German.
Kind of makes sense. I'm the one who's doing the tough talking, but he's the.
And he kind of puts down his gun, and 1 second, let me check something. Oh, he didn't have his gun up, but he puts down his hand, so he's not particularly stopping you, but he hasn't let you by yet either. But he's going to ask you something. I have to see what languages he speaks.
Oh dear.
I hope he speaks German, because if he does,
then he'll be like, it's been a while since university, but I think you said you were a donut.
Ich bin ein Ausländer. What does that mean? I'm an outsider? It's the truth.
That is true. You didn't lie.
you shouted the truth at him. Convincingly.
Reiner Schnazel.
He didn't get your hand cut off because you yelled the truth.
Volkswagen.
And these are effectively the Gestapo of the Italians.
He's just saying.
They're only the Italians. I'm not too worried about him.
No, God.
But this is not the best place to start a shooting gallery here.
No, I think it is the best place. I can't imagine a better place.
There's a lot of dead bodies around.
If you throw, instead of hiding the bodies or doing whatever, you just put a sheet over it and then you're done. You already, all the work's done for you.
He seems confused. He hasn't let you through yet, but he's asking you in Italian, but like trying to make you understand like why you're here.
Okay, and I'll say I'll start pointing at the bodies, and then I'll be like, and just keep. I'm not trying to infer anything.
Roll a fast talk particular, with your hands,
but I want him to start thinking like.
Yeah. If you roll well, I'll let you get away with this one.
Okay, so feast talk. Where's the fast talk in here? Fast talk, 50%. There's a 50% chance right here that so my pantomime will
He's got a 50% chance to live. Is what you're telling me here. We're running out of options.
64. I failed.
So yeah, he's not letting me through. And the one guy behind him puts his hand on his pistol, and now he's being a little more forceful. Like, you can tell he's asking you like, "Who sent you papers?" kind of thing. And if you're German, you should know.
Fuck.
You just yell fuck.
Yeah, fuck. The guy's fuck. Maybe he knows fuck. That's all I know. It's the only word we know. Did we go to anyone else?
Well, then I guess I'll just go, okay. And I'll bid him to and I'll usher him back out the door.
Okay.
And then,
he's still looking at you. The door's still open, or it's just
okay. And we'll just keep walking out the.
You're leaving?
Yep.
Are you going with him? That look on your face says I'm not going with him.
Well, I mean, we can come back and shoot him anytime. I just don't think this is the best. I just think
I love that response. Come back and shoot him anytime, I guess.
Well, it's going to be better if we're more prepared next time. We're not more prepared, but it's just. Well, I can't get us through except for violence, and I just don't think violence is the best way. I just don't like the idea of the hospital. Let's see what else is going on. There's 2 German guards inside a locked morgue.
2 Italian guards.
2 Italian guards, that's right.
Yeah, if they're German, you'd be in trouble.
That's true. They're Italian guards.
Yeah.
So it means this isn't the place. Let's keep looking. I mean, if you're German guys bringing them to the hospital, and this is the important things you want to study, you really send the Italians to watch them?
That's my thoughts exactly.
And if it's the morgue, like are they going to the
racism? Racism wild.
Yeah, are they going to a place to study them? So we can keep looking.
What are you going to do? Would you have 2 of these?
We'll just keep walking by. We'll just go. Right, whatever, we didn't get through.
Yeah.
We'll just try to walk away and like we own the place.
The guy shuts the door and you can hear it locked behind him.
All right. So what else is down here?
Nothing. There's just like storage rooms and stuff.
No other stairs.
Going which up? There's stairs up.
Upstairs up. So we went down here.
And there's another set farther along that go up also.
Okay.
Just another way down.
Yeah, my guess is they wouldn't have had 2 Italian lackeys watching anything of importance. We looked around, we didn't see anything.
You do realize you're in Italy, right?
Yeah. Like the Germans are going to let if they found ancient Atlantean bodies, they're going to have these 2 mooks.
They almost let us through. Not to see how
your racism is stunning, actually.
Not to see how thick behind Ausland. They practically came in the keys of the place. They were this close.
So I think we should investigate further here, and then if we have determined that there's not another option to where they would take bodies, then we can always go back with.
So what are you guys going to do?
We want to just go around the hospital first before we start shooting.
Outside or inside?
I'm saying inside. I'm thinking inside at first before we start shooting the place up. Yeah.
It's a hospital.
What?
The only guards you ever saw was downstairs in the morgue.
So it was guarded. And that is something. And it was locked. We don't speak I don't speak Italian. You don't speak Italian, right?
No.
And it's an Italian hospital, so we can't even go, hey, I'll come when the morgue's locked. For some reason.
Some people might speak English. Well, that one nurse spoke English. She spoke English.
Why don't we get some information from her?
Yeah, but how do we reasonably broach the subject of why we were in the morgue and why we're disconcerted about why the morgue is guarded by...
We're tourists. We're doing a tour of the morgue.
I understand why a morgue is guarded. There are people who do crazy things to bodies. There's certain levels of dedicating to making sure people remains are respectfully and not sodomized.
Yeah. All right. I got it. I think I got the answer.
Okay.
All right. We won in that morgue. Haven't we been through this lesson the last time we played? Like, what are we going to do? Just dance around the fact that I want to go kill these poor bastards? Like, let's just go kill them, see what's in there, and if we have to run like hell, we run like hell.
Okay.
But that's what we're here for. We're not getting through any other way because we don't speak the language. We can't pretend we're doctors now. We can't put a fake mustache on. Buongiorno.
The way you came into that morgue, there wasn't like a way that you bring bodies.
Oh, maybe there's another way. See, smart. Want to try another way?
You just realized that, like,
we haven't actually looked outside.
Well, from the outside, there has to be.
Let's look on the outside. Okay.
Okay. So you guys, it's getting a little dusk out, and you go outside, and as you're getting around to that side where the morgue was, a truck pulls up, and out steps German troops and black shirts, and they seem to be offloading 2 bodies covered in sheets. But the bundles on the sheets look strange, and as they bring them down the stairs to the morgue entrance. And you guys are going to wait. There's about 10 Germans.
I could have just killed 2 Italians. Now you're making me kill. I can't do this, man.
As you guys are waiting, the troops come back out, get in the truck, and the truck drives off.
Let's go to the entrance that they were just at.
Yep.
Okay, you go down the stairs.
I'm going to, not draw my weapons or anything, but I'm going to make sure that they're easily ready to get at.
Okay. And there's a door down there.
There was a snap. If I was Han Solo, I'd be unsnapping it right now.
Okay. There's a door down by the morgue.
Now, how are we going to play this? We can either just go, hey, we were here to tell you the bodies are coming. The bodies are here. We're not full of shit. Or we can just kick open the door and let you do your magic.
Well, what's up? Is the door locked?
Yes.
The door's locked.
There is a buzzer.
There's no, I'm getting on trolley. Because we're not the black shirts. Only let the black shirts in. Okay.
And German troops. There's both.
What's that?
There's black shirts and German troops.
There's black shirts and German troops, of which we have none of them.
Roll spot hidden, both of you.
None of that stuff.
This is a retroactive spot hidden. I forget.
33.
That's it. 23. I made it.
You both made it?
Yep.
You do notice on the Germans, they do have a...
patch.
They do have a patch. And on said patch, it kind of looks like this.
Hand of the bear claw. Eye of the bear claw.
It is a patch you saw before, isn't it?
Hard to say. We burned that one. Is that the patch we saw before?
Maybe not.
No.
I think last time was Black Sun.
Yeah, it was Black Sun last time.
So it's a different one. It looks like a animal's claw with an eye. The eye was actually blue, but it's black and white, but it was actually blue.
Obviously.
and it had blonde hair on it. So, yeah, those troops that left put it on there. But you just realized, hey, wait, those other guys had patches on them.
They had patches on
the patches that they had on.
We don't have those patches. Can we do anything?
You can collect patches now.
You're
patch collectors.
Ding! Pokemon.
Gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch them all.
Nazi patches.
200 patches hidden all over the city. Enjoy.
The obscure Nazi subgroup patches game
Collection, yeah.
It's pretty hard to do, but well worth the time and energy. Much like model railroad building.
For sure. So...
Okay, well, unless we're going to draw a patch and then we're going to knock on the door and just flip it like ID. I don't know. I'm out of ideas. Unless there's no uniform lying around and then we just knock on the door. Buzz it?
Yeah. Okay.
Buzz it. I think we're going to... I'm 90% sure we should shoot our way in, but do you want to have 1 second of distracting him and so you can get in? And if it fails at all, I'll just put my gun right to his fucking temple and shoot it.
So you buzz the door?
Yeah. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get your one shot. If we get in, great. If not, the second he goes, anything else?
Anything other than...
Yeah, unless we look back and there's a whole friggin' brigade of them playing
Crocono or something.
Yeah, playing German Crazy 8s.
When Han Solo ran around the corner and there's a million stormtroopers.
Right. Yeah. But other than that...
Exactly. So I will take my gun out and I spy behind my back lightly.
Okay. And buzz him.
Well, he's doing all the talking.
Okay.
And I will stand at such an angle where when the door opens, I won't have to shoot through him. I can just...
Door opens, it's the other guard, not the first guard you talked to, but he's in the background again.
Okay.
And
don't get shay. I'll put my gun right to his forehead and fire. He was going to recognize us. Why are we screwing around?
Wasn't the plan to be like, we came around with him?
Yeah, we were with him.
We told you bodies were on the way. We were here to tell you, get ready, you fucking idiots.
He was going to recognize. He was going to recognize us.
That's the best reaction I've ever seen to anybody. You don't have to roll to hit, but do roll damage.
Okay.
See if you kill him outright.
Okay. Damage, Wembley's 1d10, but I get 2 shots. Well, but just the first shot. Well, the first shot, right?
Yep.
50, so 5.
50. So 5 points damage?
Yep.
Okay. He's
right in his head.
He kind of moved, it skimmed his head, but he's not dead.
Okay, well, I think I get 2 shots on this gun.
Okay. Roll for the second one, since now he knows you're shooting at him.
Okay. 85 is a hit.
Barely.
Still.
It's a hit.
8.
8?
Yep.
This time you shot him, he falls to the ground. He's not dead, but he's wheezing out of a chest wound now.
Okay, good. So then I'll take my other gun, and I'll have both of them in my hand, and I will stomp on this guy's chest, and I'm aiming towards the other guard I know is there, and they were coming.
Okay. What are you doing, Jack? Well, at least where your shocked face.
Yeah, I will then.
You do have some blood on you from.
Yeah, this was not what I.
He was going to recognize us because he said
he was supposed to. That was the plan.
No, I didn't know that was the plan.
He was supposed to see us come.
As he's stomping on him and shooting the other guy, you're like, he's supposed to know we're coming.
He's going to know because it was supposed to dawn on us.
Because you're going to stay stunned
because we failed epically.
I am as a player stunned.
Okay, roll to stomp. So roll a kick.
Oh,
man, that was funny. Good old Dave. I don't want to be the murder bird.
Didn't kick well.
You missed him?
Yeah, I missed him.
You kicked him, but it didn't do any damage. And you're going to try to shoot the other guy? He's like, oh my god, he's drawing his gun.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot at him. I got 2 guns.
Mm-hmm.
So what, is there a penalty to that? A small penalty?
Yeah, we said it was half, I think, for the second hand.
Oh, for the second hand, yeah. Okay.
But you'll get a new skill. Remember we were saying two gun?
Yeah. I don't know.
Offhand.
But that makes sense. Okay. So,
did we write down? I can't remember.
We didn't write down.
I thought we did. No, I'll write it down.
This is why talking is important. No, he was gonna see. The thing is, I feel we were so terrible at that first encounter that there was no other encounter.
There was no.
As soon as it was the original guards, which I didn't necessarily know it was going to be.
Shot 47. Right.
We just walk around a corner. It's not like we came.
If you hit with this, you get a check.
We'll come back in a week. It's of course to be the same guys. We just walked around a corner.
So I'll do the normal hand first. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, and that is a big hit, and I will do the offhand, and that is a miss.
Oh, you should have rotated those.
Yeah, I know.
But you get 2 shots of each gun, don't you?
Oh, that's right. Okay, so then.
So right. 1 each gun. Now do 1 each gun again.
Okay, so good hand. That's a big hit again.
So you hit twice with a good hand.
Offhand. Offhand is both misses.
Okay, so you don't get a check mark, but you hit 2 hits. So
yeah, 2 hits for 19 points of damage.
The guy, he doesn't even get his gun drawn. He just falls back in the chair he was sitting in.
All right, we'll stomp on this guy one more time. He's got a dice here.
You're going to kick him on the
Well, I don't know what the guy can punch. I got 77%.
I'm going to wrestle the rifle out of the guy on the ground. I know he's pretty much done for.
Yeah, his rifle's just slung across his back. You don't have to wrestle.
I don't need to.
But does he have a sidearm?
Yeah, he has a sidearm.
Then we'll
you take his pistol?
Yeah, there's no reason to have him being a hero.
I'll just finish him off.
Okay, you can take his pistol. And, yeah, Dave, you just shoot him, or you're going to...
Well, I don't want to shoot. I don't want to waste any more bullets or bring more noise.
You're just going to stomp?
I got a 77% punch, whatever. I mean,
that's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, you kill him. He's defenseless.
Yeah.
Jack, you do get a Beretta.
Okay.
It's, you want to write it down? Dave doesn't need a third gun. He doesn't have a third gun.
No, I don't need a...
but I already have one myself.
LARP.
You're cut off.
LARP.
Well, just write down your Beretta now, just in case you want to use it. Your gun you have is better, I think. But
okay, yeah, you know what? I'll just take this and put it under one of the sheets with one of the bodies.
What do you? The body's half in the doorway, and the other body's.
Let's drag him in and shut the door.
Yep.
Okay, drag him in and shut the door.
All right, let's have a look around this place.
You're now in a morgue with 2 dead bodies, amongst others.
Which the first thing we should do is
hide the bodies. Because it should be pretty easy to do.
Yep, under a couple sheets on some slabs.
You're just going to pull the bodies on some slabs.
Yeah, I don't know how this more works. Is there like...
I will describe it to you.
Oh. But we have access to uniforms.
Luckily, the place is no longer... There's no people working here. It seems to be kind of after hours, since it's after 5 now.
Lucky for them.
There's 6 tables occupied by strange shrouded figures covered with bloody sheets. And you can roll first aid. You have first aid?
For what?
Just to see. This medical stuff. You don't have medicine, right? You only have first aid.
Hold on a second. I might have other similar types.
Medicine, biology, first aid, any of those?
No, yeah, basically first aid would be the best.
Yeah, me too.
76, nope.
Nope.
Okay, there's less bodies on the things, and you're gonna put. There is some empty tables. You can grab a sheet. There's a pile of sheets on the cupboard.
Would either of these uniforms fit either of us?
Well, the one's got how many 2 bullet holes in the chest, and the other one is really covered in blood. He did a head wound and then stomped to death, but it wouldn't really fit him very well. He'd look like Indiana Jones when he put on the wrong size outfit. You'd fit neither of them easy enough.
Oh dear, that's not what I want.
Yeah, it'd be better if I was in one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know what? There's bodies here. We can always look at the bodies. No, they'll probably be naked. All right, never mind. Is there anything on the... Is there anything... Probably naked. Well, yeah, I was thinking maybe there'd be...
You do see
anything on these guards real specific that I could just, they're wearing the black shirts, though, right?
Both covered in
black shirts or black...
Well, one's got 2 holes in it, and the other one's, yeah.
I'm just wondering if there's a hat or something that can go, hey, look, I'm wet. Whatever.
You do see several full piles of soiled and blood-stained clothes on a nearby table. And another pile of weird-looking clothes on another table.
Yeah.
Are you going to check? There's tons of bodies.
I'll take the weird clothes. I'll start rooting around in them.
All right, I'll start looking at the bodies.
Okay, as Jack walks over to the clothes, you see it's tattered loincloths and short cloaks, really old. And
cultist, kind of.
Not even, more like...
Also reload my guns.
More like people living in a swamp kind of thing.
Primitive society stuff?
Primitive society.
Oh, okay.
And as you're doing this, you're like, oh, that's strange. Dave pulls off a sheet from one of them, and you see a horrific sight. It's a creature with a reptilian head with slitted, sightless eyes. And roll sanity check, Dave. I hope you will fail again.
Probably. Oh, 59. That's a fail.
Your current sanity?
Yeah, my current sanity is 44. It's a fail anyways. But...
You lose 1 point of sanity. You're like... Seeing a guy cut his wrist was more scary to you for some reason than seeing...
Well, see, I like the occult. I like the occult. Now
you're kind of more excited.
Can I guess what this is? I have a cult.
Its body is scaled, sinuous, with a stunted tail and clawed feet and hands. It is a serpent man, really.
Atlantean.
Would you like to roll cult?
I would.
Roll it.
More than life itself, you would.
I got a 10.
Atlanteans were humans. They looked like humans.
I knew that.
But there was serpent men in the ancient times, described many times as kind of like their enemy, sort of.
Oh, cool. Awesome. So they have discovered some Atlantis.
You do notice that its right hand is totally gone, and it has an old wound ending in a stump, like it's healed up for many years. It wasn't like a current wound, but it's only got one hand.
So its hand was cut.
Jack, are you going to turn around and see what Dave's shocked? Like,
yeah, I'm gonna
hey, look over here, buddy.
Yeah.
Come here. Surprise!
Yeah. So roll sanity check.
Yeah, thanks.
No, I wasn't gonna do that.
Doesn't matter. You would have to roll it.
Yeah, I was gonna be all...
I found something little... Oh!
I made it.
Okay.
That's because I warned you.
And yeah, it's the body is riddled with gunshots. It's
gunshot? Like, can I tell...
But the claws do have blood on them.
Can we tell if it's, like, is it recent? Like it's gunshots, I guess.
The gunshots are recent. Two of the bodies you think are the ones that they just brought in, and two of them. There's 6 bodies in here, and 4 of them look like this kind of shape under the sheets. The other ones you're not sure about yet. Okay. But 2 of them are the ones that just got brought in, so they're really fresh.
Okay, cool. And they don't have anything on them. Like, I'm gonna check this guy. Is he a naked lizard man?
Yeah. And Jack may have found his clothes already.
Yeah. So what's the right hand status on some of these lizard men?
All the serpent men are missing their right hand. If you look under the sheets.
It's been cut but then healed. So it's been done a while ago.
It wasn't. I wouldn't say. It looks much more like it wasn't like he had some surgeon do it. It was pretty rough, whatever happened, but it was a really old wound.
So maybe
you do while you're looking for hands. You do notice there's 2 other bodies there, Jack, and they are human. But their faces are all swollen and their skin's all, like, molted. And they have slash marks and bites all over them. And roll first aid.
34. 3.
Well, you're like, I know this exactly. They are totally poisoned. They've been poisoned. It seems maybe the serpent men have poison, because you see lots of bites. And by looking at the bite wounds, you're like, you can see, like,
the black
things
coming out of it.
And these bodies have been autopsied. They have the autopsy-wise incision on them.
So I'll let him know what I've ascertained, that the lizard men have a poison bite.
Good to know.
And then, we've learned a lot. I don't know what else we...
There was other clothes there you didn't look at.
Yeah, well, we'll check it all out. Also, real quick.
There's also a desk, and there's a table with a... looks like where the guards would sit, and they have a little pot with some tea. You interrupted them?
Some coffee. They're Italians.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
plate of pasta.
I'm gonna sit down and start making myself at home, drinking
some dead man's coffee.
What weapons did they have? What were the rifles?
The black shirts.
Yeah.
The rifles are Modelo 1891 rifles. They're bolt action rifles.
Is 1891 like the year or something? Or is it?
Usually with guns, if it has a number, it's when they were first invented. Then
is that better than the M1? It's not better than M1 carbine.
What does your carbine do?
2d6 plus 2.
No, yours goes
90 yards.
Slightly better.
15. Okay.
It's almost the same, but slightly better.
Okay, good. I just was curious. I don't think I have it with me. Okay.
It's better than nothing if we had to shit our way out.
Sure, I might as well grab one. Or get one ready. And also, I really
and you can take their shirts. There's a close inspection. People would be like, these aren't yours, but at a distance, you might...
I think it might be nice just to like have a split second. Like I'm thinking at least one of us, and then you have one split.
You wearing it looks like those bodybuilders who try to wear the small shirts, but maybe it was a fashion choice. You're like showing off your muscles.
I can try.
It fits you nicely if you want to try one out.
You keep saying that as though I want to put on a black shirt.
You're not going to do it.
Works better if it's me, but
Yeah, I don't know. This predates when they were really desperate for recruits. A 60-year-old portly gentleman with spectacles probably was not their first choice for.
Right, but you could be someone important, and I could be watching it ahead.
Right,
like that's why it works that way.
Unless one of these had specific like an officer's designation.
So I need to make a decision here.
Well, let's see.
Not based on your type. Am I going to look like an idiot in this, or should I put one on?
That's what I'm going to say. Let's see what their size are.
Yeah.
What's your size? 16?
Yeah, I don't know. Where does it say? Does it say size?
Yeah.
Size 16, yep.
They're size 14, so...
It's not terrible.
Yeah, they're only 2 sizes smaller than you. I said they were burly young men.
Yeah, right.
Young men.
I'm going to throw my...
It'll look tight on you.
I am size 14, though.
Are you?
They say I told you to fit them.
Yeah, but it's the whole thing. Like,
No, but it would fit you. It'd just be very tight. You might not be able to do all the buttons all the way up kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm going to try throwing it out.
Okay.
Because I think
Which one? The bullet-strewn one or the one had a lot of blood on it?
Bullet strewn, not blood. Because I think blood was... I think two couple holes in a wartime thing.
Well, it has blood on it too, but not as... The other guy you literally stomped to death.
Okay, well, yeah. I'll use my...
We could wash the blood out very, very quickly.
There is sinks and stuff.
We have all the...
All right, yeah. Whatever is, like, we're not... Like,
How about this?
Whichever's going to be best for me. Like, I'm going to make a judgment call.
Yeah.
Look at it and go, can I get the blood out? So it's going to look better.
Okay.
Stupid.
How about this? We both do it. That way, I'll look a little odd, you'll look a little odd, but no one's going to come up to two of us.
Okay, you both got black shirts.
We'll both, yeah.
And, what do you
and I'll sling the shoulder. And now I can carry that rifle now because
it's the rifle, the whole
much more better. We could just be the guards now. We could just be the new replacement guards somehow.
You just got new jobs.
Okay.
We're going to be walking the streets soon anyways, so.
Yeah, well, let's quickly go through the desk, through the little pot of tea little area. There's another pile of clothes to look through.
Pile of clothes.
Who's going where?
I'll do the clothes.
I'll do the desk.
No, I already said I was doing the desk. And
did you? I'll do the other.
Well, the desk and the coffee are 2 different spots.
I'll do the other clothes.
So you went to the coffee, and then you went to the clothes?
Yeah, might as well since I'm on clothes.
They are worker uniforms similar to what you found on Pasquino.
I found Pasquino, gray.
Yeah, gray trousers, gray overshirt with a dark blue vest. So these people that were killed were workers.
Were killed. They wanted to get their right arm off, so that makes me interested. I wonder if they're finding something that is like compelling them to.
And you go to the desk, and on the desk is a microscope, and there's slides, like blood slides next to it, labeled in German, Italian, and Latin.
Ooh.
And,
So obviously they're doing toxicology on the blood, so I'm gonna read in Latin what it is that's on there first, and if not, I'll go to my German to try and see what it says. So for my Latin, failed. For my German, failed.
So you do see that they are slides, and you can see that there are 3 different slides. 2 of them look older, like they're from the records, kind of, and then the third one is obviously new. And yeah, that's all pretty much you get from it. You can put them in the microscope and look.
Yeah, I'll take the time to take a gander, but time is not on our side. No, I'll slip them in my pocket.
You going to take the slides? Okay.
Yeah, I'll just
write down you got some slides.
3 slides.
3 slides from Italian morgue. Put blood slides so we know what they are. Not just like slides. Why do you have slides? What are the slides of? Oh, my Christmas vacation.
Slides. Italian.
So, you guys are now somewhat disguised as black shirts, and you're in a morgue. What are you going to do?
So we explored everything mostly. We didn't go to the coffee area.
Yeah, he did. He had some
coffee.
Okay.
It was just where the guards were sitting.
Nothing else here?
Nope.
So,
all right. Well, we got the tunnels to check out, and I got a theory about this right arm thing.
Yeah, me too.
The tunnels? You don't know where the tunnels are.
Well, we know. Didn't it say the?
You know where the dig site is, where the workers were sent.
Right. We know that guy was working there, and he said there was tunnels. I'm assuming there's similar.
And he did say he knew a way into the tunnels, but he fell unconscious before you came. And is he currently upstairs? If you want to go see if he's alive or awake.
Currently dressed as we are, I don't know if that's the right idea. I've got to think that if we went to the area where they're doing the road work and explored,
I feel that's the way to go.
Yeah, I don't know if we need this guy's secret tunnel expertise just yet.
I mean, he was about to die anyways.
You hadn't brought him to the hospital, like you guys are nuts.
He wasn't going to tell us much.
Yeah, so
You guys have become hard.
we can.
He tried to save Flux, his enemy, and then all of a sudden there's some guy, poor beggar, he's like, leave him to die. What happened to you? You saw Bernard die and that this is what happened to you?
Well, my thoughts was that perhaps his suffering, like the option is we take him to the hospital, and chances are he's going to be put right back in. That's like someone getting out of the concentration camp, and you going, here you go, here's a loaf of bread. Hey, there's a delightful German-looking fellow kind of waving us down. Do you want to see what he needs? Like,
I understand. You were thinking of mercy.
I was thinking of mercy.
Right. Once we had a few minutes to survey
look around and see that the hospital was literally a stone's throw away. Right. Then we changed the
exact hospital that we wanted to get into.
At the time, it was
okay. What do you guys do?
Go. We should try to find it. We should. Where was the the dig site. Okay. Do we know how to get there?
Yep, it's not too far away. It is on the banks of. You're in the middle of the Tiber right now. It's
right hand thing. These lizard things have it cut off. That guy wanted it cut off. I'm thinking that whatever this artifact is, and or is protected by whatever, somehow has the. This is a weird thing, but has the ability to control your right hand. That's why they cut it off.
So that they
can't use it again. So it could, right, or whatever. It's silly, but why are you cutting it off? That guy was like,
so you're discussing this as
why are the lizard people cutting it off?
Yeah.
Walking to the fence. To the construction site, which is surrounded by a fence, and it's part of Roadworks Connect Rome to the Vatican, like parts of Rome to the Vatican, and is surrounded by boarded up buildings, and some of the buildings have been demolished to make way for this road.
Can't stop progress.
And it is the fence around it is it's in the front. It's got the actual like where the gate is actually a fence, but around the outside it's just like a wooden fence with slats, kind of. And on the front gate there are you see 4 or 5 men walking around, and it's getting dark out now. But so you can see there's not much activity from what you can see right now. But you're just walking. The guys on the gate are Germans.
Germans.
So there's a dig site surrounded by a fence. And the gate is guarded by 2 Germans. Did I say 2? 4. 4 Germans. Well, there's 2 Germans actually at the guard, and there's other ones patrolling around by the front.
It's 2 Germans, but they're so efficient, it's just they're doing the work of 4. That's what he's saying.
There's 4 Germans, but 2 are on the gate. 2 others are just kind of walking the perimeter. Not the perimeter, but across the gate. You can get on either side of the fence, like they had to make room, since there's people who still live around here, they had to make room on either side to get past. Actually, only on one side to get past.
And so there's boarded up buildings all around, and it's not a high security situation.
Well, originally it was just a roadworks.
Yeah, so
it's just only recently it seems like they've started to heighten security.
It would probably even look foolish if they had too much in the way of security. What do you think?
You see that the only lights are really near the entrance to the gate, and beyond that you can kind of see there's some buildings, and there's lights on the buildings, but pretty dark generally.
We can wander around the outside of the perimeter, going through any of the wooden fence areas. It's basically how you want to do it, or if you want to tonight go dressed as we are.
Nothing remarkable about the buildings?
What?
Nothing remarkable about the buildings?
You can't really see the buildings yet. If you go up to the fence, the front gate, you'll be talking to Germans.
Do they look like lizard men? Right?
Serpent men, yeah.
Serpent men, because that guy mentioned snakes. Squally. Snakes from the labyrinth. I wonder if he's talking about those, or if he's talking about something else.
It would be a coincidence if he wasn't talking about those. That's a mighty coincidence. You were talking about snakes, and there have to be snake men.
Yeah. No, he's just terrified of snakes. Like, the lizard men didn't faze him, but he saw a gardener down on the... He was Indiana Jones. He fell into a pit, and there was some snakes, and he was like, oh.
So what do you guys want to do?
Why did it have to be snakes? Or, in his case, why did it have to be a snakes?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
Let's go avoid the front gate.
yeah, we
We'll
can't just blast our way into this one.
Okay.
We'll walk around
At least not
to out in the middle of nowhere. We'll walk like we own the place, and at some point,
There's the map.
The dig site. Okay, there's the front gates, and since we now know that that's barracks, we want to avoid that.
Yeah, you can tell once you get around, you can look in through the side gate, and you can see. You can't get that way. That's up against a wall.
Right, but we could go through that building if we had to.
Oh, I guess
we could.
That you can get by the other side.
We could just walk through the other side.
And like I say, it's all dark around except for where the buildings are.
So once I see there that building there looks interesting, we'll just walk around and then head through the fence and towards that building.
You go right to that building?
Can we get through the fence?
So it is a work shed above a dig site.
Yes.
Should we just go through the fence? See what happened?
Yeah, you can get through the fence easy enough, and it's dark. Like I said, only at the entrances to the buildings is it lit up. And you can see there's you can tell there's an office. There's like a dormitory where the prisoners
How far is the
are
Vatican
kept.
from here?
Not that far, but it is Rome. It's a city. You can see it's the Vatican. They're building a road from. I think it's from one part of the city to the Vatican. That's why they're building this road. Something that Mussolini wanted to do for some reason. So you're at this shed. You're at the back of it.
Yeah, and I think we should investigate what's inside this shed.
Sure.
It's a wooden shed, and you could try to pry off some boards maybe, but it might make some noise. There's all the other buildings are kind of raised up. You could get underneath them, but this one is actually onto the ground since it is, you assume, heading into a cave.
So I think the guards are paying attention to outwards and whatnot, and I think if we just walked around to the front and opened the door and walked in, as long as it's not locked, no one's gonna...
You're gonna try to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, roll, do you have sneak or anything like that? Or are you just gonna do it blatantly?
Yeah, I think we just like we own the place.
We're in the right color uniforms, so who's...
Yeah.
Alright. I'll roll. There is, once you come around the corner, you see at the barracks, there's some guys outside smoking, and generally there's people milling around, but, yeah, it's not too many people around. Your life's on this roll?
Probably not.
Okay. As you get to the front, nobody seems to have noticed you too much. You try it, it's like has a chain and a padlock, and it's totally locked up, this work shed. Seems like the work for the day is done.
Too much to just bust through, so...
The only lights you can see, there's lights in the barracks, and you can hear some German singing and rabble-rousing. And there's like really dim light in the prisoners, and no rabble-rousing or noise coming from there, and the office is totally dark.
So the office is where the key would be, and since it's not illuminated, we could probably get over to it and hopefully inside. Or do you want to go into the prisoners' barracks and find our pal and have him tell us, oh, yeah, don't waste your time over here?
Yeah.
What pal?
We got friends in there.
Obviously.
Lucrezia's a girl, if that's... And Pasquino's in the hospital. Those are the only pals you have.
Yeah, because Pasquino knew the secret way into the catacombs.
Yeah, and he can't be alone.
But the other prisoners might know a way.
They couldn't have just been having one... Statistically, the one guy we have contact with is the one guy that went, hey, go in there and look around.
What are we going to look around for? We already know there's certain people. We're looking for the end object. Is it down there?
Yeah, we have real no mission. Right now, we're just...
Your mission was to help the two agents.
Yeah.
We're helping them.
We helped...
We helped with one at the hospital. The other one, she ran like hell.
No, she was probably arrested, and I'm assuming...
Well, how could she be arrested? She left that note. That note happened after the arrest.
What note?
The leaf, the gold leaf. The oak leaf.
No, it was
The
after
oak leaf.
Pasquino was arrested.
Yeah, I think that.
Oh, there
that
was a
for
separate.
us to
I assumed
find.
there was separate. I thought it was.
They weren't arrested at the same time because she sent you a telegram saying, or
Yeah.
she sent you that message saying, "Get the fuck over here." When
I
you
think
go.
she sent this telegram, set up all those notes on the drop sites, thinking, "Okay, I'm so smart." Went back,
I am so smart. SMRT.
Saw-
And then I got arrested.
saw a couple
Damn.
fascists going in, and she said, "Oh, do you want to buy some notepads? You need some supplies for your calligraphy." And then she was immediately cudgeled, and then the place was.
That's probably an accurate representation of exactly what
Can you
happened.
believe people who just attack without warning, without provocation? Disgusting.
As you're still wiping up blood from you. You're still cleaning up blood from your ear.
You should have said she should have made him roll sanity
twitching.
check.
Yeah, you should have sanity check for Dave's actions.
Lizard man's nothing, but this lunatic that just
So what are you guys doing? You're now...
Dalian, yeah,
Yeah,
well, okay.
we gotta do something. So, barracks or office?
Prisoners' barracks or office, not.
That's what
Hey, boys!
because out here it says prisoner barracks. So yeah, prisoner barracks or office. Which one looks easier to get into?
They're both raised up off the ground. The prisoners, it seems to only have windows in the front, and you'd be seen if you started to climb in a window, and the door is well lit, so you'd be seen if you went to the door.
Is there guards there? Obviously.
There's guards. It's not too far from the barracks, and there's guards around.
I'm not worried.
And the office is dark, except for the front entrance once again. But there is a side window, and they're both, like I say, raised off the ground.
I say we go to the office. There might be all manner of stuff for us to look at.
So you sneak around, I assume, in the
Yes.
darkness to the office.
Yes.
Okay. And like I say, there's a window that you might be able to boost yourself in, and it is off the ground. You might be able to go under.
Okay, well, let's try under first because that seems.
Yeah.
Okay, go under, and you just poke your head under, and it's just, once you go under, you can see that above you is just boards. You could knock off a board and get in that way.
You think we can do that quiet enough?
Yeah, we can try. Lay on the ground and put your feet up against them and just push with all your leg muscles.
You're a strong dude. That wasn't very hard. They never built these to be resistant to people pushing from it.
Okay.
They're meant to hold people up. Okay, so you find yourself in the dark. You're inside the office. And you can see from the light filtering in from the light on the door there is drawings and plans pinned to the wall of the area. There's two desks and a table with a portable stove and a kettle on it. And what are you guys doing?
Well, we want to get into the. Well, let's look for some.
Well, we'll take the drawings and stuff from the wall, the plan.
Maybe
maps.
we can.
You look at them, and pretty much what you have there is what.
I just don't want to make it. We may not want to make it obvious at this point that we were.
And there's also like
We don't know exactly what we're doing.
there's like a drawing of trench works, but nothing like there's no like labyrinth maze drawing. You know,
No labyrinth maze. Any other like super interesting
okay.
facts?
not on the walls.
No. So let's look through some of the.
We'll each take a desk and
desks that
Right,
are
One desk is
Sure.
they're both neat and orderly, but one has personal effects such as pictures, and you can see there's a picture of a smiling woman with 3 children, and some child drawings and stuff. And the other desk looks like it was it's just utilitarian.
What else is there? Anything hanging like? We're
in
finding
the
nothing.
desk.
In the desk. Is there any
Who's
other?
searching which desk?
Is there any other sort of like?
I will take the utilitarian desk.
Okay.
Okay, then I'll
You're
take
taking
the
the
other.
other
desk. Was there any other like filing cabinets or?
No, just these desks. It's
Anything
a
else?
very small office.
Okay.
You find who took you took the one with the pictures.
I took the family one.
So you find records of the dig in Italian, and but it's mostly about surface trenches and stuff. Nothing about inside. And you do the same, but in German. That one's more German. There's same kind of things, but there's a lot of German notes scribbled on it and stuff. But that desk has a lock drawer. The utilitarian desk has a lock drawer.
Well, clearly we have to open that drawer. So is there anything on the desks that I could use to pry or poke, or do I just have to...
Say like this knife I took from a guy who tried to cut his hand off?
Yeah.
So you take
Did you ever see Die Hard 3? Just sticks the knife right in the lock and...
you gonna shut it?
Well, this guy hasn't seen Die Hard 3, obviously, but... it's not,
Yeah, you can probably open the desk pretty easily. Yeah. It's just a desk drawer lock.
Yeah.
It's not like a safe.
Right.
Inside, you do find a notebook, and it's very similar to Ehrlichman's, but much newer, and most of the pages are blank. but there is notes in German in it. And Jack, roll some German.
I will gladly roll some German. I don't have much German to roll, but I will try none the 18. No.
It's pretty good, though.
That is pretty good.
You do see the notes are about subterranean excavations, and there is a rough map of the dig, as well as a sketch of a steep pyramid with the words Meta next to it, and it looks very similar to the one you saw in Erlichman's journal.
The squat pyramid, okay.
And the pyramids in
Well, you don't need to read German to read a map, so...
And also you notice that there's notes, like since you read Erlichman's journal, they're pretty much word from that, so that whoever did this had Erlichman's notes about the Blackstone and the Palladian. And there is something that is new about that wasn't in Erlichman's journal, is something about the artifact is a shield, but you're not sure if they mean literal or figurative shield.
As in, it could be something that is an enchanted shield that someone hold in battle, or a figurative, like a protection or a ward or something. Okay. Also,
as you pick up the notebook, a letter falls out.
Okay.
And it's in German also, but you can see it's signed by a certain Fuchs. And you can make out that it says it's a warning to be vigilant about strangers who may be out to sabotage the dig.
Who could those guys be?
Huh?
Who could those guys be?
Yeah. That's terrible. I hope that Fox guy...
You're probably holding the last words Fox ever wrote.
Oh. What were his last words again?
I know what the last thing that went through his head was.
Dave's bullet?
Yeah. Yeah.
You do not find any keys or anything in there.
Okay, and they're not hanging on the wall, pegboard or anything like that. Okay, well, you know what?
Whoever has the key to the lock, total with them.
Must have a key ring or some other such thing. I don't think we're here to investigate do a whole catacomb crawl.
Well, look, where's the pyramid? Is it in the catacombs?
You don't know, but it was just a sketch of it. It wasn't like pyramid here on the map or anything.
But we've damaged a desk drawer, and I'm taking these books, so if we want to do any of the dungeon crawl aspects of this, we better do it now, because there's going to be...
They're going to figure it out.
They're going to figure it out. So,
do we need the catacombs, yes or no? I'm not certain we do. I'm not certain we don't.
We could go to the prisoners' barracks and see if anyone can help us get to said catacombs, but it's got to be tonight.
Okay. Prisoner barracks. We'll crawl under.
Do the same thing you did here?
Yep.
Okay. You pop in, and you do find, the moment you pop your heads up, most of the people are sleeping, but there is one woman who says in English, "Finally!" And she's, you can tell she's, it's Lucrezia, the person you've seen a picture of her in the dossiers, so you know who she is. And she's like, "I've been waiting for you, I assume, from Section M?"
Yeah, we rushed right here.
Come on, we're here to rescue you.
Come with me if you want to live.
You're going to take her out?
Well, hold on a second here.
There is a horrible smell inside here, and one of the bunks is occupied by a dead person. Like someone who was shot, and they just threw him in here. And it is horrible in here.
That's not healthy.
No.
That's bad for worker morale.
And she's like, they're close to finding the artifact. We have to stop them.
Absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely. If you know how to get us to where the artifact is, we will get it before they do.
Well, they've been digging underneath. They're looking for something called the Clypeus, but they haven't found it yet. And the Italians aren't happy with the Germans. The Italians discovered the catacombs first, and then the Germans came in. So they've been infighting there. But there's been ambushes in the tunnels by creatures. You wouldn't believe what we've seen.
Oh, we would see them. One-handed lizard people?
Yeah, serpent, but yes. I saw them once, but I ran. And they appear in the darkness and grab them. Sometimes they kill people, sometimes they grab them.
So we're here to rescue you.
Well, we're here to...
As soon as that's done, we can either wash our hands of this whole thing, or we can start this to further investigation.
We must get the artifact before they do. It's imperative.
Then Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
Well, isn't the best thing then for one of us to remain a prisoner and keep digging until you find it?
Your strong arms and.
Well, what are we going to do? Walk around the catacombs and start digging? That seems kind of.
He's right.
You got a whole workforce here.
Yeah, all these people.
No, if they find it, you will not be able to get it from them.
These lazy sacks of shit.
There's 20 guards and Germans in that barracks, not to mention all the black shirts here during
Can
the
you
day.
get us into the catacombs?
We have to find a way in. The door is locked. I don't know if we could break in that way, but that's the only way I know of is through there.
Okay.
Is there another? There may be another way, but
come on, let's go.
Okay,
we don't need any of these psychos in here making a ruckus or.
You can tell most of them are just out cold because they've been working all day and tired as shit.
Come on.
She says she's only been here for a few days, so she hasn't been beaten down like these people. Yeah.
And once we get under and out and in the open.
Where are you going, like right outside the fence, or?
I think just to the edge of the building away from the guards for right now.
Okay.
And I'm just going to, look her over, like she's wearing probably work clothes and stuff like that.
Yeah, she's wearing the same work clothes, obviously is issued to people. You do find it strange that women, because you did see women they're usually work gangs like this wouldn't be women, it'd be just men, but maybe they're desperate or they're just assholes.
Or political prisoners are, expendable, so it's not like oh no, she can't lift as much as a man, well she'll just die lifting what she can, and then the next, so, okay, then, we have to get into, and I'm going to verify with her, it's through there, that shed right there, that's
where we've been going to dig, but, yeah, as I said, so far, we haven't found anything. It's if there's another way in, we just don't know. It's, like I say, they found the catacombs, but it's kind of a dead end, like where they are.
And if we got you back to civilization, and we were able to meet up with our mutual friend.
She brightens up when she said mutual friend. Who do you mean?
You know what I mean.
No?
How do you know they're close?
Do you mean Pasquino?
Yes.
Have you found
He's alive?
I didn't trust her at first.
Oh, that was a trick.
Yes.
I literally thought you forgot his name. That's not what you're doing.
It was too easy. As soon as hey guys, yeah, it's me. I've been waiting for you.
Yeah, I didn't trust you either.
Because we had that note that said there was someone coming to I thought, if they have a plant in the workforce or something.
When you mentioned that Pasquino was alive, she's like, she assumed he'd been killed because she talked to other people and he disappeared in the caverns. Where is he?
We saved him. We took him to a hospital. He's waiting. We're going to take you to him probably tomorrow morning. He knows the way, and all four of us are going to be able to solve this. We just need to get out of this area now.
And she agrees, and she's like, fuck yeah, let's get the hell out of here.
Boom. Drop the mic.
Mic drop. Okay. Where are you guys heading?
We'll head back to...
I'm figuring stuff out.
Our hotel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pasquino was going to cut his arm off. Lizardmen have cut his arm off. He got captured. Perhaps the Lizardmen could be on our side. Or at least enemy of my enemy. Perhaps they don't like the Germans. So maybe we can use that to our advantage. I mean, who else would have... Perhaps they sent Pasquino to find us?
That is a tale of that is a bizarre...
But I can't just fight an army of Supermen. That's what I'm getting at.
You'd rather just fight an army of men?
No, I'd rather sneak in, figure out what the shield is.
Well, you guys make it back to your hotel, and the whole time she's telling you what happened, and it's exactly what you said, where she sent all the notes and set it all up, but then she got captured before you guys made it.
And I'll commend her for...
And she said Alec told her that you guys were on the way, but unfortunately, you got here a little too late.
Well, she did everything right, and I'm sorry she had to go through what she did, but we will get her, get some food in her, and we'll sleep, and then
You will wake up bright and early next morning?
Bright and early, and we will not go dressed as...
No, because
black shirts.
Those are the enemies of the lizard, the serpent man.
Well, now we're going to the hospital to get information on the secret entrance.
If he's still there.
We can't use...
Well, you're the optimist over there.
We made the decision. Once we decided not to go into the catacombs there, by the time we get up and out, that German guy's going to sit down at his desk and go, whoa.
Not to mention, there's a prisoner missing and holes in their floors.
Yeah, so...
so there's going to be heightened activity. She's like, yes, they will.
So we can't go in the main way they know. We have to go in through the secret way. So now we have to go to the hospital, get our friend and Pasquino, and so that's where we'll head first thing in the morning, all dressed.
She says she wants to get clothes right now. She wants to get normal clothes.
And so we can.
She does. You're gonna let her go on her own, or you're gonna go with her? You guys are so paranoid. Every time I say something, you like freak out.
Well, I haven't trusted her since moment one.
I gave her a good vetting, so I think.
And she did mention Alec and things that nobody would know, like he's your commander or something.
Still,
because if
she said she just wants to go to her abode.
I just find it so strange that the very thing that they called us here to investigate is the thing that they brought both these guys to get to.
Just as a little bit of coincidence.
So it's like, hey, the Germans are digging in this area, and we need to get at it, and then they bring them there.
Two random people
this whole thing just.
Well, they've been bringing lots of people. They just keep dying.
Yeah, it's so the percent
They're
chance.
They're pretty much emptying out the political prisoners because they need to dig more, and they just keep dying. They go through a lot.
So okay, we'll go with her.
Okay.
So there's no reason. We have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
We'll just go.
And you can go right from there to the...
Yeah.
And she does she does say, like, they've been they're desperate to find this. The Italians first, and then the Germans came in with the...
How do you know they're close, though? How do you know they're close to finding it?
Well,
they feel they're close to finding it?
And also, they know it's down there somewhere. And they found these catacombs, so it must be in the catacombs somewhere.
Have they just...
They've been digging through and couldn't find... So far, they haven't found it, but...
We've heard a lot of talk about a structure. That
pyramid?
Yeah.
I'm not sure of anything.
Have you seen a pyramid down there?
No. It's mostly just caves.
We have someone who has all the answers, just waiting, mending.
Maybe seeing her...
Yeah, she gets dressed into regular clothes, and she looks a lot like... She's not... I wouldn't say she's, like, pretty, but she looks a lot better than when she was... up, and she looks presentable.
We should order the pizza.
Yes, she ordered pizza.
What are we getting?
Sidetracked from the adventure?
I know, but it's going to have to happen at some point. 6:30 already.
Yep.
I had €1 for lunch, it was amazing.
Jack doesn't care about food. He doesn't care about other people.
That's fine. That's fine. The old Dave would have been like, oh, that's too bad. Let's wait. New Dave is like, yeah, whatever. I got money.
Yeah, fuck you. Let's just get to Pasquino and then...
Okay.
You guys...
Go to the hospital. We get to Pasquino.
Yep. She gets dressed better.
Well, yeah, she gets
dressed. Head back to the hospital.
And she speaks Italian or German.
She speaks Italian and German.
Okay, because there might be heightened security here, too, if they ever wonder where those guards just effed off to.
Yeah.
Stupid, lazy Italians.
You and then went to sleep naked under some sheets.
You do get to the hospital, and they're going to check the morgue area on that side?
I'd have no reason to check that area at all.
What time of morning? Like, this is still pretty early, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so you go right in and just tell her, like, he's here somewhere, and she speaks in Italian to the people trying.
She can claim to be the husband, the brother, whatever. Yep.
Then she gets brought, like, and you guys follow, I assume.
Yep.
Into a ward, and he's on the bed. He's got the restraints on his wrists, and he's unconscious when you first come in. And she kind of runs up to his bed, and you can tell there might be a little bit more between them than just friendly agents. And she wakes him up gently, and at first he's like you saw him before, romantic, but the moment he sees her, he relaxes a lot, and they start speaking Italian.
I'm going to close the door. Is this a single room?
No, it's like a ward.
It's a ward. Okay, well then, the privacy's not going to be attainable.
No, there's lots of sick people coughing and,
Yeah.
it's like a terrible hospital.
Wait till the war is in full swing, people.
Yeah, that's right. This is just regular sickness. And she's speaking to him gently, and she eventually says to you, "He told me where it is, where there's the way he got out. He was attacked, but he made it out. He doesn't want to speak of the things he's seen, but he's not the man he was before."
Just one question. What about the right hand? It's all just the one question. After that,
and she turns back and asks him in Italian. He said that they were cutting the monsters had no right hand. He didn't want to. He wanted to protect himself. Like he was speaking incoherently about losing his hand.
I think you might be right.
Maybe that's part of the shield. Maybe that's part of the defense of the shield thing.
Okay.
He said he barely made it away from the serpent mending.
Okay, so they weren't buddies.
So clearly he's in a good place. They're taking care of him, and
yeah, it's either they didn't even notice he had that uniform on, or they didn't care, or he's got a regular sick clothes on
because there's no guards, there's no nothing.
No, you feel like maybe the people that work here don't have too much love for the black shirts either. Like they're just trying to save people.
They probably saw this as a small victory, one for our side by just saving one poor soul. And
yeah, they definitely didn't report him or anything.
Yeah, okay.
And you're not sure about the basement at all. You don't know what the situation is down there.
No need to be anywhere near that basement.
You checked it out already, so
she's like, I know where we can get in now. You just found information from Pasquino about where the secret entrance to the labyrinth is, and you guys are in the hospital. What are you going to do?
And she says she knows exactly where that is. She can take us there, so we will bid Pasquino adieu. Goodbye, buddy.
Hey, does this lady have a weapon on her? Perhaps you give her one of your... She's a trained and whatever...
section.
Yeah. And we have 2 Berettas and 2 rifles, plus our stock.
You didn't wear your outfit out again, right?
No. So we could stop by our place and pick up any of those things that you think, depending on where it is, you might even want to bring the rifle, is my point.
Are you bringing your rifle with you?
If it's out in the middle, if she says, it's in the countryside.
No, she already said it's a sewer, in through the sewers.
My pistols do more damage, and I'm way better with them.
And he's double-fisting it.
Double-fisted, but I think it's...
I just throw that out there.
No, it's a good point. It's nice to have an extra, but I learned the lesson.
She says goodbye to Pasquino, and he's upset when she's leaving, but he seems like she must have reassured him that she'll be back.
We'll be back.
Can you see me John Wick those assholes in the morgue?
No one did, thankfully.
So yeah, she's like, are we gonna go then? Are we gonna do this? Let's do this.
Let's do it.
She leads you towards this back alley, and there's a sewer grate, and it's like slightly ajar. You could tell that that's how Pasquino made it out. She said, this is where he said, you're gonna pull it open for her?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm a gentleman.
And you're also probably strongest.
Yep. Do I need to roll?
No. So you pull it open, and you guys going in?
I'll go first.
Okay. You find yourself in the old sewers of the city, and it's dank and stanky, but it's a sewer. And she's like, he said just a few 100 meters there'll be a crack in the wall.
We'll go to the crack in the wall.
Sounds like the local dive bar. But yes, you find a crack in the wall where it's tight, especially for you, but you make it through. And it gets you into the catacombs beneath the city.
Now, are they like a old civilization with like brick walls and stuff, or is it like hewn out of the stone, or what's the ambiance here?
Right here, it's not really. You can tell it's done by tools, but it's not bricks. It's like dug out.
Okay.
Old school.
Ancient, certain.
And the air in the tunnel is warm, slightly damp with a musty smell. And
sort of my crotch.
It's pitch black. I assume you're going to pull out your flashlights?
Whip it out.
You guys going to go forward?
Well, I think we have no choice.
Yeah.
We do have a choice. We could run right now. We could knock on a door. I could shoot the guy, whoever answers the door, right in the head. We could take over his house.
You just live there for the rest of your life?
I could literally just put a pistol in this woman's mouth, and as she begs for mercy, execute her, and we just leave. She's the only one that knows why we're here. No.
He's kind of insane.
I wonder what the pay cut for double agent is.
The further you go in, the thicker and heavier the air becomes. And
serpent air.
The walls also go from smooth, tool-hewn to a wider, more irregular, natural cave look. and you start to see strange carvings on the walls.
I do like.
They're ancient, and you notice that, Jack, they're similar to the Atlantean carvings in Ehrlichman's journal. So right here it's Atlantean-looking carvings.
So Ehrlichman's journal and the newer journal that I got, the German one from the thing, they both have this same kind of thing. So we are definitely on the right track.
But there's also there's other newer, cruder carvings, like petroglyphs found in caves around the world, but somehow more disturbing. You know what petroglyphs look like?
Yeah.
They're just like cave drawings.
Stickmen,
Yeah,
the bison and the...
Yeah, compared to Atlantean, it's like really bad. And,
disturbing bad.
well, it's also disturbing what they're kind of showing.
Which is?
It seems to be like a lot of murder.
Some beheadings, a couple of disembowelings, a good rogering of a fishmonger's wife.
You also see a sudden, shocking splashes of dark color where the rock has absorbed recently spilled quantity.
This is the place.
And you hear noises in the dark. It might be rats looking for scraps of food.
I'm going to do something very uncharacteristic to my character. I'm going to pull out my pistol. I have yet to do that before in the adventure. This is the first time I am unholstering a pistol in any kind of capacity.
And the noises sound much larger than rats, you think.
You make a sandy roll because he pulled out his pistol, I guess. What am I missing here? I failed. Yeah, listen, I'm a cautious fellow. I don't like to use my guns when they're not necessary, but if he's pulling out his pistols, I expect that I will too.
The girl already has her pistol. Okay. The strange noises start to sound like whispering or scratching or rasping. And they seem to be coming from all around you. Sometimes very close, and sometimes not very further away. Roll a knowledge roll.
95.
Dave's blissfully unaware.
I made it.
Jack, you feel like you're being followed.
Okay. I will say a bit of a stage whisper. We're being followed.
Lucrenza says, I feel it too. And
I'll take your words for it.
You're like,
blissfully unaware.
You do enter a chamber that is larger than the rest, larger than as you've traveled. It appears to be a dead end. There's no tunnels going away from it, but the walls are filled with strange symbols and lettering. And you can, as you see on the far wall, a small version of the Boca della Veritas, the face with the mouth of truth, but a very small version.
I will stick my hand into it.
As you start to do that, you hear a noise behind you, and you turn, see 3 serpent men standing there, all of which are missing their right arm. They're tall, scaled, with stubby tails, and that once again, that wound is old. Roll sanity checks.
I haven't made one yet, so I don't see why I should make one now. Oh, I did.
Both made it. Both lose 1 sanity.
What? Bullshit. We've already seen these things. We knew they existed.
That's
Yeah, but
horseshit.
they snuck up on you.
I
Well, so?
under protest.
So before you could do anything, they start moving towards you.
Okay. Is it our turn?
They're moving towards you.
Okay.
Where's my sheet? They're slowly moving to... If I can find my sheet.
Step by step.
Slowly they turned.
I'm going to shoot him.
Yeah. We're not some gray-suited workers down here.
Yep, they're coming at you. You guys fire?
Uh-huh.
And what's your dexterity, Jack?
My dexterousness is 9.
What's yours?
13.
So Dave first, then Jack, then Lucrezia.
Okay, blue offhand, yellow right regular.
Okay, there's 3 of them.
3 of them?
3 serpent men. All same one?
My first 2 shots of the one shot of gun each will go towards one person for now.
Okay. Which one's which?
Okay, blue was offhand, yellow was the other hand.
So you both hit?
Both hit.
Roll to damage. And put a check mark next to your offhand.
Okay. So it's 1d10 each, right?
Yep.
So it's 17 points altogether.
Dave just opens up on one and blasts him. He flies backwards.
I will attack the other one. Another one.
Okay.
Same thing, so blue is offhand.
Okay.
One
and a 90.
Which is still a hit.
You rolled a 1.
90's a hit. Just
roll damage and double it on the offhand.
Too.
Okay, so blue will be the double then.
I think he's learned a skill.
He has. You gotta check mark that motherfucker.
It took one to get sighted in.
So that's a... Oh, what?
One attempt to sight in, but now
so
he's...
1, so 2, so 9, 11.
11? Okay, another one gets blasted, he's still coming. Jack, your turn. You just saw him blast one away and shoot the shit out of another one. Did you put a check mark next to you?
I did, offhand I did.
We come in peace. We're here as envoy. Oh.
Yeah, they don't seem to understand English and are very...
I'm dead cooling right now.
Yeah, they're very mindless almost. Degenerate, as they say, but they're pretty monstrous.
Okay,
They don't seem to have any intelligence.
My
Pistola.
Pistola.
Should be next to your gun at the bottom.
20%.
You get 2 shots?
Shots 3.
3 shots. So you get 20% 3 times. Miss. Ooh, almost misfire. Miss. Hit. Nice. Roll damage.
Okay.
And put a check mark next to your gun.
Damage is 1d6.
I missed your hand.
5.
5 points. It's the same one he already shot, or a different one?
Yeah.
Same one?
Yeah.
Okay, he goes down. 2 down. Now Lucretia shoots the third one. She
Look at you.
missed and hit. And you gave her a
You're shooting
Beretta,
people.
right?
Next I'll be reading books.
It's not a proud moment.
The last one is still coming, so he gets up to 1 to 3, 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6. 5. He attacks Lucretia with a claw.
Hey, Lucretia, just watch her 6.
He swings past only one claw since he only got one arm. He missed her. Dave,
Okay.
blast away.
Yellow right, blue left. Or whichever was it. Blue's off.
Blue's off, yeah.
So that's a 1 hit.
Okay, roll damage.
That is a 10.
The last one goes down, right? You just dodged it. They flop to the ground. You're all huffing and puffing.
Reload.
Reload. He's reloading his gun. What are you doing?
You did good there, buddy. I'm gonna lose dice again. Why do I keep losing?
I planted one right between its peepers. That's a good sign.
Oh, you did kill one. It's right there, next to the leg.
I thought
Yeah, she's like a little shaken up because one just swung at her head, but
you
Dave's
cover me.
Dave's just
I'm
reloaded.
breathing in the...
He's got a high, and you're a little shaky. What are you gonna do?
I'll just
You did good. You saved our lives.
I'll use something to cover his raging erection.
And my boner fired that last shot.
So you're in the room with the Boca.
Okay. So I was just interrupted before I could.
Yeah, you're like.
You said it's a miniature version, so
Yeah.
my hand would still fit inside, or is it?
I'm curious what he's doing, but I also feel like I want to watch her back, so I'm going to take the flashlight, make sure there's nothing else in the corners
Yeah,
coming
you're
up on us.
keeping an eye out. The mouth isn't big enough. It doesn't have an inset like the real one.
Okay.
And you do notice, although inside where the mouth is, there's lots of scratches, and there also looks to be like something you could press.
But I will.
Carefully, your right hand.
I will use my finger to push that in, and then I will say, I thoroughly was disappointed by the death of our friend Bernard, because he did exactly what he was told and did not deserve the ending that he received.
I should chop off your finger. The door pops open. The door pops open. The whole wall kind of, not the whole wall, but a doorway appears, kind of pops open. And into a dimly lit cavern.
Okay, let's proceed.
You all moving in?
Yes.
You find yourself in a large cavern, which appears to be illuminated by a glow from phosphorus fungi. But the fungi is reflected off crystal veins in the walls that and also what looks like to be a lake in the chamber's heart.
Okay, well, we will proceed to that. Should we jam something in the door before we get out of the doorway? Just to make sure it doesn't close.
It's a good idea.
Us? Yeah.
We'll jam something in the doorway.
Is there a rock or something we can just...
Lizard body.
Yeah, drag a lizard body into the...
Yeah, no problem. The walls are somewhat disturbing in this chamber. Other than the glowing fungi and crystal veins, there are strange patterns and crude symbols covering them. Take a closer look at them.
I will read them aloud.
They are not carved into the walls, nor painted on. They are made up of thousands of bones and claws carefully strung together, all the right hands of the serpent. That's the noise, the serpent.
So they cut off their hands, probably when they're children. They wait for the flesh to come off of them. Then they take the bones and then make words on the cave walls with the phalanges.
Well, symbols and patterns, not necessarily words.
Okay. Well, that makes it less disturbing. It's not words. Okay. For a second there, my heart went pitter-patter at the thought.
It is disturbing. But you've seen similar things with human bones underneath Paris and things like that. You know, like
Acropolis.
Yeah. The center of the cavern, the lake, appears to be a fountain. There's something in the center of it. You guys going to get close?
The center of the fountain, or there's a fountain?
The center of the lake, there's a fountain.
Okay. We'll go to the edge of the lake anyways and see. I'm not stepping in the lake just yet.
I'm not really cool.
There's like as you get closer, you can see it's similar to a fountain that's in Rome with dolphins leaping up holding a clamshell, but it's much more sinister and ancient. They don't really look like dolphins. It is still a clamshell, but it's something else holding a clamshell up. But it's very ancient, it looks like. And there is a path across the water, that you can walk on without getting wet.
Well, that's what we're here for, I think. Or at least part of it.
Yeah.
Hey, Bernadette, why don't you watch your backs here on the shore?
Stay on shore. Stay right here at the edge of the path.
Keep an eye
all around. Don't deviate.
And she just nods and keeps her gun trained on the doorway and is looking around a lot.
Because
she doesn't have a flashlight or anything.
Because the last person who didn't watch her back got us ambushed.
Are you guys moving up?
Yes.
Halfway up, we'll turn around and say, Bernadette.
She's still with you.
Somehow in front of us.
No, she's still on the edge, but now she's pretty much in darkness.
Oh, she doesn't have a flashlight?
Well, there's that dim light from the fungi on the walls.
It's illuminated, so I'm not too worried about it.
So you get closer, and you see that inside the clamshell is a face virtually identical to the Bocca della Veritas, but less damage and worn from the wall above.
Because some of these carvers were one-trick ponies.
And in the mouth is stained with a dark brown color, and there's flat steps leading up to there.
I will walk up the steps.
In the air is a weird sensation, like a kind of static electricity. What you gonna do? You walked up. Are you going up with him, or are you just gonna stay down the bottom?
Well, what's the best place for me to, when the undead start to rise from this river?
There isn't much room up top. You'd be huddled together.
I need my space.
You're the expert there, Professor.
I'm going to do I've got archaeology at 51, but I think that's closer than, say, the religious artifacts at 76. I don't know there's a religious connotation, nor would I know what religion. I'm just going to do one last look around, see if anything jumps out at me. I think archaeology is the closest one I've got.
Roll her up.
51%. I'm just going to take one gander before I do what I think I got to do.
You're just examining the statue?
Yeah. 50. Made it by 1.
Yeah. Nice. Put a check mark.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, you're examining it. You're looking around. It's like the statue, but you could tell it's much better constructed. And as you look into the mouth, you could see that it goes deeper into there, like you can reach farther in.
I wonder, all these guys lost their right arm. They stick their right arm in this thing, say something, and just bites it off. Are they always lying? Or now these zombie, serpent creatures, just sort of slaves of this thing once they, or are these just the ones that lied? Or is that just...
So the order is I have to put my hand in, then tell a lie.
No, if you go put your hand in and tell a lie, it bites it off.
Or do I tell a lie, put my hand in?
What's with this tell a lie? It's tell the truth. But it's put your hand in, tell the truth, and then I'm guessing something will be revealed. Put your arm in there, tell a lie. Thous will... I'm trying to think of a good rhyme with that, but no. Tell a lie and...
Your arm will fly.
Yeah. That's as far as I understand it.
Okay, so I'm going to trust that the gross stuff around the outside is blood and viscera from other people doing something similarly stupid. But I think we have to do this. When the Nazis get this, and they're probably within a couple days going to find it.
Yeah, it's not going to take them long to find a dead lizard propping open a door.
So I will slide my right arm into the hole as deep as it'll go.
You had to wait till I put quick arm out, didn't you?
And since you've said nothing, I assume that it was all fine, and I will pull out the treasure.
You put your arm in, and you feel a growing pressure on your wrist, kind of like when you do those machines, blood pressure machines, and you're stuck. Then there's a sharp pain in your palm. For a second, you're like, oh, and then the mouth releases. You can pull your hand out, and you look at your palm, and there's pinpricks. It looks like almost like somebody withdrew blood from your hand. And you wait. All of a sudden, you hear a whining and a grating noise as the two halves of the clamshell begin to separate. As they separate, revealed inside is the Clypeus. It's a beautiful golden crystal shot through with blue veins, carved into the form of a small round shield. It is sitting on a stand of gleaming red metal and glass in the form of a female warrior. World history.
See, because you're human, and the serpents kept trying to get it, but it goes, oh, you're not Atlantean, you can't have it. We're descendants of the Atlantean. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, my great-great-grandfather was Atlantean. His name was Arthur.
Arthur?
So where's history here?
I think it's 90.
Arnold.
My story.
Aquaman's retarded.
You should put a check on your history, too, even though it's at 90, because you can go up to 95.
Oh, okay. So 90. Made it.
The statue that's holding up reminds you of Pallas Athena, but it's not quite right, but you're not sure why, but it's very similar. What are you going to do?
I've seen no Indiana Jones movies that have been introduced yet, but as soon as you take this thing, we need to run like hell, because usually these things collapse. I would imagine.
So you're saying removing this somehow will trigger some sort of collapse or cave in?
Yeah, normally they just don't go like, congratulations. And
in my mind, about 1,000 undead warriors will rise up out of the water slowly, surrounding us.
Well, we'll have the shield, which will protect us.
Okay, so I will. How big is this item? This crystalline. My back isn't what it used to be.
Oh, it's small. It's not big. It's a small shield. It's not like an actual usable shield.
Not like a full size.
Yeah. It's a small shield.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you to start getting a head start.
Well, I'm going to just get to the edge of the... Maybe I'll yell out to Bernadette there.
There's Lucretia.
Lucretia.
Sibylla is it real?
Sibylla?
Sybil.
Sybil, you still out there?
Yes.
All right, well, get ready for something. We don't know what's going to happen, but get yourself ready.
Okay. See.
Why is she a
Mexican lady?
a jalapeno puppet in a box?
On a stick.
Okay, I'm going to lift the item from its resting place.
The moment you touch the item, the artifact, there is a sense of power emanating from it, and you get a static shock when you make first contact. As you pull it up, the light in the chamber dims slightly as the item is taken. It is remarkably light, but feels quite robust, and is exquisitely made. Roll a D100. And what's your power?
My power is 17.
Okay.
That's good. How come I only have a power 10? What's power 10?
Smart.
45.
Okay.
Is it a smart thing?
Yep. You now have the Clypeus. You're waiting for anything to happen?
Well, we don't have to wait until something does happen. We can start.
We'll start making our way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But
nothing's.
I think I love this thing.
Okay. You think this thing's you? You found
this was meant. This was meant for me. It all came. It's all come together.
So you guys,
you're Arthur, and you've taken the sword from the stone.
I think so.
You guys are moving out.
Yes.
You're going to go back the way you came.
That's the only way to go. I think.
Okay. As you're exiting, you're leaving the way you came. You do feel like the Supermen are nearby, but they don't get close. Like you can hear them, but they maybe the artifact is keeping them away. And you find the crack again leading up into the sewers. And Lucrezia suggests contacting Section M. She knows she has a place where there's a radio to tell them that you have the artifact.
Okay, very good. Very good.
So you guys go. She leads you to this another secret hideout she has. It's in a abandoned part of town, abandoned place. They have a small radio set up on the roof as the antenna, and you're able to contact via the radio Section M. Finally getting through, and after a few minutes, you hear the familiar Irish lilt of Alec come on. It's like, you guys have been out of contact for way too long. It's good to hear that you're still alive. What's the status?
Well, we've saved a couple of the operatives here as per their request, and we're just looking for a way to get back home at this point. I think we've done a good job, and I don't want to take up your precious time, so I will bid you adieu. Send a ride.
So you got the artifact?
Well, I wouldn't want to say who owns the artifact or why we'll keep it. But, yeah, just send just tell us what airfield we need to get to, or perhaps a hovercraft.
What's a hovercraft?
Hydrofoil. Do you have a hydrofoil?
Hydrofoil.
He's got himself. His new power has given him clairvoyance.
He says, well, that's only one of 5 artifacts. We need you. You're going to be finding some more. How does Cairo in the fall sound to you people?
Sounds lovely. The artifact is safe.
Excellent. Once you get to Cairo, we'll pass it off to people there.
Oh yeah, that's sure. That will happen.
For safekeeping as you go after the next one.
Oh yeah, no, that's not like I'd ever want to study these things. It's not like I've spent my whole life trying to procure one of these things. And
do you have a bag of holding? Where are you holding all this stuff?
This will be at all times on my person.
Touch.
He says, make it to the docks, and you'll jump on a ship heading to Alexandria. And from there, we'll get you to Cairo, a train to Cairo, and you'll meet a Section M agent who will take possession of the Clypeus there.
Mm-hmm. They don't know what it looks like. Why don't we do a little gift shopping here and well, look, we can get a nice little shield.
Look at the patina on this little brass statue. That's how it is?
You're supposed to be working for the government. What is you? He's insane, but you're...
No. Here's the thing. One is I'm a cult enthusiast. 2 is once we gather all these items, I know the Cthulhu game, all they're going to do is summon some giant-ass monster that's going to kill all of us.
These fuckers are dirty as...
I mean, you don't collect these artifacts and go like, oh, look, it's all safe now. No, you call it... You say the enchanted curse, and next thing Cthulhu himself is rising from the ocean, murdering us all.
It's not like there's a looming threat of the Nazis or anything that would cause them to do something hasty. No, so they're gonna get a small brass item from a
have you seen the creatures we've been going? Maybe some magic shield might come in handy. When we're fighting tentacled beasts coming out of wells or weird giant.
This can't be in all the items. We cannot be the collectors of a super weapon.
There can be only one.
And that's going to be us.
We're collecting it to protect everyone.
Sorry.
And the crazy is like standing right beside you like...
We're going through...
She's just like, you think it's not best in the government hands?
Okay, you want us to hand this... Okay, anyways.
Okay, yeah.
Were you a Nazi slave 6 hours ago?
But isn't it better not to have it on you in case you get captured? Maybe not give it to them, put it somewhere else for safekeeping.
If I were you...
so you want the item suddenly.
If I were you, I would be relishing the time you can spend now with your boyfriend, whom we also saved. Do you mind if we just scamper on over? Let's get the reunion. I want to see the two of you, both are well. We'll collect our things, and we got another mission to get on to. So, thank you, and let's pitter-patter. Let's get at her.
So you want to go with her to the hospital?
I just want to double-check on him one last time because I think we're partly responsible for his well-being, and I think it would be
since you're going to leave him to die in an alley?
It would be a good bookend.
I think he wants me to kill them both. That's what I think he wants. I think he wants me to kill both of them because they're...
It's kind of insane.
His face is.
It's true though, isn't it? You want me to kill... You want me to kill both?
This is just breaking down, isn't it?
No, I think we're. I think a good bookend, a good end of the story is a budding romance where the two of them have a happy ending. That's all I want.
Quick happy ending.
So you're going back to the hospital?
Whew.
We don't need to do a whole role playing
We need to go back to the
exercise,
hospital?
but I would just like to see that he's perhaps now less insane, that the horrors have been removed, the two of them can hug. Even if the credits are happening as we walk away and the two of them are sitting looking at each other starry-eyed, at least someone gets a happy ending.
So she goes to the hospital and he's still restrained. It's only later the same day. So.
Yeah.
And she tells him something, and he seems upset at first, and then she reassures him, and then she turns back to you guys. She says, "When are we leaving?"
Oh.
You're begging me to kill these people. That's what you're doing.
She's like, I have to see this through.
Yeah, well, obviously.
Don't need.
I don't remember you being ordered to go at all. I'm pretty sure we're supposed to go because we're
My cover's blown here, so.
Well, that's between you and Section M.
And really, you're going to leave him restrained here, victim to whatever happens. Let's talk. Well, I'll take him aside, and I'll just say, if this was a crusty old miner or a devil may care adventurer type, it's a young woman with a young lover there. They've done their part. They deserve a happy ending. I just wanted to see the two of them embrace and then walk off into the sunset. She's throwing a wet towel on that. I don't like that, first of all. Second of all, she is...
I also don't like, I don't think certain someone likes us keep serial shield. But on the other hand, she does come along with this, and we're able to keep her in line somehow.
Okay, so there's that side.
You guys been so evil.
It's not evil, but I'm the one I'm doing all the killing. I need someone else to...
I just needed a little ray of sunshine. I wanted to see an embrace, and now it's turned horrible. So, but
well, her boyfriend is pretty much insane. He did try to hack off his own hand. I don't think he'd come back from that too quickly.
Not quickly, but with enough love and reassurance that you're not going to get in the hospital. And part of me says that, like, she has a whole network she has to either start again, or there's
She's probably needed here, and
I would think so. There's something afoot.
Keep an eye on them. What happened? Did you really think we just want to get up this awesome thing? I remember at the beginning when I said, "Hey, you know what this game needs is like items that make you." What happens? I didn't even touch the Philip power.
Yeah. Okay. Now she's obviously sitting with him, and she's
just waiting for you guys.
She's just waiting. The two of them are conversing.
I'm just gonna run like
I.
See, was she always part of the plan, or did you just change your mind when you went to the hospital?
She deserves better. She deserves better than Bernard. I cannot have that. A Southern gentleman cannot have that on his conscience. Anything happened to her when there's someone here that needs her, and she has a whole. Barring my soft emotional, my empathy inside. Section M needed her for a reason, and she has a duty to be here for that reason, because he's not going to be able to do it. So I say we just tell her, no. If Section M needs someone else to go with us, if we need handlers, we need something, send an old grizzled fighter
So
type.
he's not just racist, he's sexist too.
Well, it's not really her deal. I mean, she's there to greet people up. Well, what happens the next time the Nazis are up to something? They got to send 2 more dashing adventurers there.
She's already said her cover is blown here.
Right.
They already know who she is. She's not much of a spy when they know who she is.
This is all just because we don't want to lose that shield.
No.
Is it partly because of that?
No.
She walks up and she's like, "I'm going with you. I've been a spy longer than you two put together. I have more experience at this. And just because I'm a woman doesn't mean I can't hold my own." And she walks out.
Wasn't she in prison when we met her?
Yeah, she can hold her own all right.
Because you're doing splendidly.
I don't like it.
I can't just. I'm not a killing machine as much as it's hilarious to laugh about. I can't just put a bullet in her.
So are we going to reluctantly take this woman along, even though it goes against everything?
Well, we had someone before.
You believe?
Well, I just didn't think she was supposed to be. I think it's just Rob was mad at us for keeping the shield. I think Rob's making this girl go with us so we can make sure that shield gets to its
If Section M had have said, if Alex said, you know what? And we're sending her. I would have
but we did. It was us two, in my opinion, supposed to be.
Yeah.
They never said either way. She was there with you.
And then
she
said you guys are going.
She's just.
Then we laughed at hell about keeping the shield, and
now she's imposing her will on us, despite my reasons for it, your reasons for it. But you know what?
She's a sassy young Italian lady who's not going to take no for an answer.
And maybe, just maybe, I might fall in love with her.
That's right.
There could be advantages to having her, but she's got to get on board.
Spring romance.
Yeah.
Winter spring romance.
It's that's hypergamy. That's what women do. And
so she's gone?
Yeah, she walked out. So I guess she's going to meet us at the docks on the way to Alexandria.
Hey, Pasquale. Do you remember where those catacombs were?
You asked him?
Yeah. He has a lot of information.
He does.
We don't know what she whispered to him.
I think she said, I'm going with them, and he was like, no, you can't. It's stupid.
With them to where? Like, so when the Nazis eventually get a hold of this guy?
Yeah. No, she left him to die. Like, she did, in truth, what we were joking about when he had his arm cut.
Okay. You're right. Here, I'm just going to erase this right here.
One bullet?
No. The knife. I'm going to cut his left arm free. I'm going to give him the knife, and we're going to walk out of here.
He's a loose end. I'm
not doing it. But if he got a choice. He can cut his arm free and go, or he can do his.
We'll never know because you walked away.
We'll never know. We walked away, but
I'm emotional. This is a roller coaster I had never anticipated. I have not been able to make one choice without someone else. I have no choice in my destiny.
You're like, I'm going to ask him. Oh, we just gave him a knife.
He knows too much. He does,
Okay, I'm walking out. Apparently, I'm just going to head to some docks, and some woman who's demanding she come with us. And I hope not to hear the screams of a maniac cutting his other arm off
before you leave.
Yeah.
It was his knife, and just give me it back. I'm freeing him.
So you guys make it to the docks, and she is there waiting with her bags.
And when we get back, you and Pasquale can be together forever.
They can be together forever right now, actually.
I see, I knew you wanted me to do that.
I don't know when he became a murderer. Before you were like anti.
I wasn't necessarily murdering him. He's just, if the Germans are obviously going to get him.
Your decision was fine. It's Jack telling you to kill this woman. That's
I didn't say that. I did not say that. I have come to the conclusion that there's things in play that are out of my control, and I have to.
She's just another.
I have to choose my battles. If she seriously is compromising any of the missions, we'll have to ditch her. But right now, she probably feels like, hey, I failed my office. I failed my mission. I failed to save myself from prison. I failed to save my husband. She's probably looking for one in the win column, and
she probably has a better spot hidden than both of you.
And I'm probably going to have to let her get one in there before she decides, you know what, I have no business being here. So
we're going to give that shield up when we get to it.
Well, you have to decide next time because you guys get on a boat and sail off into the sunset. Until next time, where you become murder hobos.
Love boat.
We did pretty good that time. I only murdered 2 people.
And it wasn't murder.
Well, it's war.
Yeah.
They're only black shirts. They deserve to die.
They're fascist goons. Like, you can't.
I saved that guy's life.
Goons.
I saved that guy's life twice.
You did save his life once because Jack wanted you to leave him to die.
Second time, really, what was his alternative? I mean, he's got choices now that he didn't have before.
I accept your reasoning with that one.
Yeah.
You didn't just kill him, which I thought you were going to do, and I was going to be like, that's really against character.
I can't do that. But I basically gave him the choice. He could go free, or he could do whatever he wanted to.
Yeah. And that's one of those things we'll never know until we see him.
Or never see him again.
Streets of Venice.
But like you said yourself, he went crazy.
Well, there you go. Game 6 of Achtung Cthulhu by Modiphius, based on the Call of Cthulhu rule set by Chaosium. Come back next time for the continuing adventures in World War II that isn't quite right.